mentality to that lion mentality. When we come into this truth, we're to be like sheep. We'd always be like sheep, but there comes a point where we have to take on that lion-like nature, where nobody messes with us and nobody takes this truth for a joke.
I'm with it. Nations want war, let's get it. No, I ain't doing no tripping, still standing on business. As it was written in the scriptures, who ruled the world from beginning? Tell you how it's ending. Jay, wake up, stop sinning. Call all things to remembrance. Shares keep visiting. We'll break off on the citizen till all the heathen is finished. Go on, let us pray. Shot clock, no penalties. Wait for the day of our enemies. Who are not let who pretend to be secretly funding captivity. Not metaphorically, literally, spiritually. Ain't a soliloquy, but prophesy, keep it biblical. Biblically, still hear the saints in their grave. Generally taught on these days of villainy, screaming I keep that same energy, lying in the sky, Mufasa. Bible giving cuts, no barbers. Kill an old man, we martyrs. No days off, just starting. Built up just like the Spartans. Tell them how we coming.
See, the Lord, I'm coming to fight for you, and I'm coming like a lion. I ain't coming like a lamb when I come. I'm coming like a fierce lion.
Built to last like it's Duralast, and I'm out the war with a pack of wolves. Caught a rhino, so it's hermano standing back to back, so you know we good. Prophesying while we multiplying, got these heathens in these nations fully shook. Got them really trying to figure out how the hell we let them do it with a book. Now I'm about to go beast mode. Teach your people on the intro. Live the Bible, that's the true survivor. Gotta write it down, that's the cheat code. Now I'm about to turn the lion on. Cleanse the earth of the vagabond. The fir tree and the cedar tree gon' stand with me, hella mighty strong. Prophesy till the kingdom come. Flip the scripts like a catalog. Drop the bars out on Babylon. Ride a vine till the heathen gone.
When it talks about the lion roaring, it's really talking about the prophets prophesying. We must prophesy like lions.
Let's go, third row. How they gonna be when that thing blow? If you wanna leave, then say so. We brought these laws till case closed. Welcome to the Lions Den, let us pray. They done let the lions in, 12 gates. Only where the righteous live, they turn from sin and get raised again. More fire, see how we burn up the streets. Prophets gonna turn up the heat, wake up the sheep. Nations gonna fade as a leaf when the Lord invade like a thief. See, we rolling with lions, we killing all of the vipers. Shooting fiery darts, we dodging all of the snipers. Let's go, we gonna bring fire to the streets. Dead bodies lying on the street, brothers getting high on the street. Watch a young lion just crying on the beat, roaring up the belly of the beast. To my people back in the east, high till we wake out of sleep. Heart of a king, heart of a priest. Fight this war till my people get peace, peace.
Yo, okay, Dini. Crazy.
Yeah. We waking them up, ain't no hitting the snooze. Pick apart your religion, I know that you choose. Part ways with the devil, I rose to a level. They counting me out while I'm counting the cost. And I'm cold like the frost on your window and dead of the winter. I know that they send the pretenders, inspired our members, but we never catch none of the shots that you sent us. And we got a ruthless method just to check it. Sayonara, goodbye, getting disrespectful. Good guy, no card for the incidentals. The damage you cause must be paid with your head. They raging war in the land, but that land is the land of the saints. God chosen people is something you ain't. Know we the tribes, and now they won't file a complaint. Confident we the saints, so the burden of proof is on you and your crew. Who are you really? I'll give you a clue. Who changed the face of the judges? Who live by the sword and they weapons? Who telling the lies about Jesus? Who changed his appearance and features? What country adopted the eagle? That nation, the eagle.
Just taught the Bible in a whole different language. These niggas outside town getting dangerous. Never been to London, but I got me a Cambridge. Heavyweight, big dog, got it. Try it if you want. Bible in a holster, fire in a hole. Look at the scope, 500 though. You not the real guys like I didn't know. Not surprised if you lie, surprised if you don't. K's-R, reject, we up, we net. You stuck, we blessed, we are the best. Revelation 2 and 9, 3 say that you bowing down. Face the grind, lick the dust, fix some crime, switch it.
Where my real Jews at? Where the real Jews go? I got swords in the air, we got boots on the floor. Where my real Jews at? Where the real Jews go? Put your swords in the air, get your boots on the floor.
I know what they saying, I read lips in between lines. Bunch of dead folks, I can see signs. In other words, flee from these times. Gotta put in work in the meantime. ADL, they can get it. APAC, in fact, they can quit it. Slavery, I never will forget it. And with my God, you'll never be acquitted. I know it's offensive, that's why I said it. All gas, no brakes, cause we never unleaded. Cut a dots in the pieces like confetti. Get it done like a bride for the wedding. I'm with all the festivities. See them rockers wear glare, no sympathy. Fire, rain, and supernatural disaster. When these bastards meet the master.
Read a scripture for the listener and his sister. Next break when we paint the picture. Mother missed the father, skipped the left, the bitter. sucker. Whoa, we walked in the trap and that's la vie. And that's courtesy from my enemies. In the block in the eye, come on, Van Aki. Eat them, go mark, run the clock, they want that for me. But we do what we supposed to. Put in the work while you sit on the sofa. Precepts is colder than North of Dakota. Student of Christ, I just pray for diploma. We taking over. As it is written, I thought that we told you. All in the country, then back up the coaster. Look at the signs, it's already over. Preach to the blind on behalf of Jehovah. They want us locked up, man, they want to stain us. Lied on, man, they want to famous. I've gone somewhere more than heinous. Not long till it's more than dangerous, I know. Ain't it a tragedy? My bishop shoot from the hip with 100% of the accuracy. Why they be mad at me? We taking over and busy awaiting and waiting a second return of his majesty.
I've been on my grind cause I don't wanna die. You still in that scene where you must wanna fry. I can't show no sympathy, I know my guy. Steady putting in the work cause I don't want that fire. I've been on my grind cause I don't wanna die. You still in that scene where you must wanna fry. I can't show no sympathy, I know my guy. Steady putting in the work cause I don't want that fire. You still on that couch, but you got nerve to talk. You still on that couch, but ain't get up to walk. We put in work like every day, yeah, that's what we about. I grew up in this, the laws, yeah, what I was taught. Since a jit, yeah, like 6, I've been steady putting bricks. 9-15 roll with soldiers, we gon' slide and spin again. Purple shirt and black pants, yeah, we gon' have to represent. From that tribe, yeah, I rap, I'm from the tribe of Benjamin. How you talk on business, but ain't never put in work. Ain't never cracked open the Bible, bro, go read a verse. Come up in that Dodge and lay it down right in the hearse. You hiding behind a woman, you might need a purse. Bro, you cannot hang with us, I know you scared. Prophets in my circle, you can't fit in there. Heard you wanna mock me, sending she bears. Heard you want some smoke, I guarantee that we gon' hit a blitz. 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 Talking about that scene where you get packed like it's Green Day. Brody better stay up in his lane like it's the freeway. How y'all still celebrating Christmas and y'all B-days? Bro, we tabernacling in them tents for like 10 days. We gon' hit the block, we can't never stop. Blessed steady coming, I'ma stack up to the top. Bro, I got my sword, I pull it out, it's tryna chop. We gon' bring that fire, don't got a gun, don't got a Glock. Reppin' Uno Dos, and if you not, get out the spot. Angels all around me, my protector, Lord is my defender. Gotta watch the clock, cause I throw deuces to the sinners. Disrespecting leadership, but we gon' have to get it. I've been on my grind, cause I don't wanna die. You still in that scene where you must wanna fry. I can't show no sympathy, I know my guy. Steady putting in the work, cause I don't want that fire. I've been on my grind, cause I don't wanna die. You still in that scene where you must wanna fry. I can't show no sympathy, I know my guy. Steady putting in the work, cause I don't want that fire.
I guess I'm your enemy because I tell the truth, right? Like, hey, he'll never rebuke in the game, man. Yeah, I only say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my ear to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they hate what I'm doing, and they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, this are bigger than me. I say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my ear to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they hate what I'm doing, and they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, this are bigger than me. Let's be cold, I'ma sneeze on them. Prophesy to the wind, let me breathe on them. Foot on the gas, I can't ease on them. Word like a parrot, get clean on them. I guess I'm your enemy because I tell the truth, right? Like, hey, he'll never do in the game, man. Yeah, I only say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my ear to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they hate what I'm doing, and they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, this are bigger than me. I say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my ear to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they hate what I'm doing, and they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, that's a bigger than me. Just be cold, I'ma sneeze on them. Prophesy to the wind, let me breathe on them. Foot on the gas, I can't ease on them. Boy, like a parrot, get clean on them. I guess I'm your enemy because I tell the truth, right? They hate him, they rebuke at the game, man. Yeah, I only say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my ear to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they hate what I'm doing, and they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, that's a bigger than me. I say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my ear to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they hate what I'm doing, and they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, that's a bigger than me. Just be cold, I'ma sneeze on them. Prophesy to the wind, let me breathe on them. Foot on the gas, I can't ease on them. Boy, like a parrot, get clean on them. I guess I'm your enemy because I tell the truth, right? They hate him, they rebuke at the game, man. Yeah, I only say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my ear to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they hate what I'm doing, and they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, that's a bigger than me. I say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my ear to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they hate what I'm doing, and they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, that's a bigger than me. Just be cold, I'ma sneeze on them. Prophesy to the wind, let me breathe on them. Foot on the gas, I can't ease on them. Boy, like a parrot, get clean on them. I guess I'm your enemy because I tell the truth, right? They hate him, they rebuke at the game, man. Yeah, I only say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my ear to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they hate what I'm doing, and they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, that's a bigger than me. I say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my ear to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they hate what I'm doing, and they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, that's a bigger than me. Just be cold, I'ma sneeze on them. Prophesy to the wind, let me breathe on them. Foot on the gas, I can't ease on them.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3. We here. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Mic check. Put a wire.
All praises, all praises. All praises, all praises. Israel, Israel. Hey, as y'all know, sayings of the Seers, Mondays, 12:30 on a Monday. Y'all know what it is, all right? So we got a good class lined up for y'all. Hey, get to your quiet location, get to your cubicle, go to the break room, whatever you got to do.
Yes, sir.
To tap into this show today, all right? Like I said, we got a great show. Today we're going to be talking about the injustice against Israel. It's a lot of injustices going on every day.
Yep.
Every day. This is something that's prevalent amongst Israel, you know, Israel and the other nations. And we don't get any justice for anything that happens to us. So that's what we're going to be going into today, all right? But before that, I want to tap in. I want to see how y'all brothers feeling, man. Y'all good?
Yes, sir.
Y'all good, man. Y'all had a Day of Atonement. What was that?
Fresh.
Saturday, Sabbath. Was it Day of Atonement?
Friday sundown to Saturday sundown.
Yeah. Friday sundown
Yes,
to
sir.
Saturday sundown, man. It was a good Day of Atonement. Hey, we went out and we loosed the bands of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? We went out there and taught our people. How long was we out there?
Hey, we was out there all day.
About 5 hours.
About 5 hours. Putting in work, teaching, prophesying. We wasn't woe is me.
Right.
Head bent over.
Right.
You know, we was strong in the Lord.
But how could you not after the class Bishop Kana did, bro?
Beautiful.
And then Bishop Nathaniel closed it out with that fire, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, also, it's a beautiful thing, bro, because we was sitting there Friday night after Bishop Kana went off, and we was talking about the same stuff that Bishop went over.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing to be in the spirit, bro, especially on Day of Atonement.
It's one spirit, bro. It's one spirit, bro. But I feel good, man. To have a clean slate. Y'all don't understand how I feel to have a clean slate.
Christianity
Christianity don't know that. They think they slay clean after church service. You get what I'm saying?
And they go clean their
Every
plate.
week.
Right back to it.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta actually battle day after day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we get one day, we get a clean slate. I got a 850 credit score with the Father right now. You know what I'm saying? I got now. What's the highest you can have?
144.
I got a 900. I don't even care.
Right.
I got a 900 credit score with the Father, and it feel good. But don't go out there just swiping your card.
Right.
Y'all know how we do.
Frustrate the grace.
Frustrate the grace.
Like, bro, I just cleaned that.
I just cleaned that. They want to go out there and, you know, when we get a new credit card, we just go crazy. Don't do that. All right? Really meditate on the what you was atoning for. Okay? The sins that you committed throughout the year. And stop. Like the scriptures say, you should offend. Let's get that. Let me get that. We all know where that's at. I think it's Baruch.
Sirach.
Is it Sirach? Offend less. That's what we got to do, Israel. Offend less. You know, the sins, certain sins that we deal with day to day, we got strong spirits on us sometimes, and it's hard to kick them. You know, it ain't as easy as, you know, stop eating pork. It ain't some sins ain't as easy as stop eating shrimp. Or stop stealing. Certain sins are easier, but some of them, they stick around. That lust spirit is heavy. That covetous spirit is heavy, preeminent. Certain sins stick around, but you eventually need to offend less. Kick that spirit, all right? Read what you got.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 17 and verse 25. Return unto the Lord and forsake thy sins. Make thy prayer before his face and offend less.
It says, return unto the Lord. This is true repentance, all right? Contrary to what the Christian church preach, or they say, we are on this side of the cross. They credit score 800 every week. No, this is something we got to do day in and day out. You got to return into the Lord, all right? And it says offend less, offend less. So if you deal with certain things, if you deal with a lust spirit, do certain things this year. You know, after Day of Atonement, to combat that lust spirit. Right. What the captain asked a good question on the Sabbath. What is something that we gonna sacrifice? You know what I'm saying? What is something that we gonna give up to stop those sins that we committed in? You get what I'm saying? And I really had to admit, you know, certain things you do, and you entice your what does it say? You ain't tempted of God, but you drawn away of your own lust. It's you. It's what you're doing. You doing it. You the devil. You got the devil on you. From sometimes you scroll through social media, you know social media ain't no good for you. You know what I'm saying? You doing certain, what else is things?
Drinking. Drinking ain't good for
Some people don't need to drink.
Right.
You just don't need to do it. Are you going to risk? You're going to risk your salvation. Risk your godship. Risk immortality over Facebook. Over a glass of cognac.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cavassier. You get what I'm saying? You gotta really think about that. You're gonna risk God. You don't know what's in store for you. You can't even fathom that thing. So what are you going to sacrifice?
You might as well be an Edomite.
You might as well be a damn Edomite.
Because what did Esau do? He sold his birthright for a bowl of soup uncooked. You know what I mean? So selling your birthright for your sin, man, you got to be out of your mind.
You got to be out of your mind, man. We know too much here in Israel, in this truth. We know too much to risk our salvation for small things, worldly things. You get what I'm saying? So really meditate on that. This DOA, be different. Offend less, okay? Offend less. But yeah, let's get that, man. Y'all know what it is. We finna get off into the y'all have something before?
We didn't introduce ourselves.
Oh, yeah. You know,
that Zil was strong, boy. He's ready to go in.
I forgot. As y'all can see, we light today. Cap ain't here. Officer B, he's not here.
Yes, sir.
We light. We stretched thin, but the show must go on.
Right,
sir. The show must go on. Hey, Cap, get better.
Yes, sir.
We need you at Tabernacles. Be at Tabernacles. Get your ginger. Get your turmeric. Get your what else? Get some rest. Yeah, get some rest.
Deacon ASAP drink, all that.
All of that. Nothing else. Get all of that. You, Officer B, get your Flonase. I know it's your allergies. It's always allergies. The pollen is high right now. Just get your flow names and get back healthy, okay?
Oh no, somebody said they had allergies one day and it ended up being COVID.
Dang.
Yeah. Well, get tested. And don't bring that out there, all right? Stay back
We
if
ain't
you
gonna put
need
that
to.
spirit out there. We need you for tapping.
All praises. But yes. I'm Officer Abishai, and I got
Officer Life.
Officer
Officer Ziploc.
Officer Ziploc. All praises. And we make up sayings of the Seers for
sir.
today. For the day. All right. So, like I said, the show today, the title of the show is Injustice Against Israel. Never forget. Never forget. Because, like I said earlier, we got a lot of things going on against our people from the other nations, a lot of injustice. We don't get any justice. We don't get any justice anywhere in the world. And it's because we're under the curses. And a lot of our people, we just don't understand that. We go off into everything else, trying to figure out why things are happening to us, why we're getting shot down, why we're on the bottom of society. Not understanding we turned against our Father. We turned against our God. That's the reason why these things are happening. But on the same token, we forget quickly. We forget quickly. We go out, we try to march, we try to protest, we try to fix the vote or whatever. We try to fix the problem, but we forget with the next barbecue, the next holiday. You know, we forget too quick. So that's why we here. Did you read First Samuel? First Samuel, read 1 Samuel 9:9. That's why we're here. The seers are here so that you don't forget.
Right.
We giving you the raw news, not what's going on with Diddy.
Right.
Not what's going on with Cardi B. I'm tired of Diddy. Everybody knew Diddy was gay. We been knew Diddy was gay. How much can we talk about Diddy? We knew he was gay since he was saying, take that. Take that. We knew that he gay.
Since he was in the shiny
Paul.
suits.
We knew that since he had the shiny suit on.
The way he was dancing behind Big, what's his name?
Mason.
Notorious.
Yeah,
B.I.G.
Yeah, B.I.G. We knew that.
Oh, that he had a transvestite, a transsexual in Big Papa's video, right?
Yeah.
She was the lead.
Yeah.
All distractions.
1,000 bottles of baby oil don't surprise me. That don't surprise me. He used a bottle of baby oil on the video a day, every shoot.
Come back, officer.
Come on,
Come back.
Let me come back. Read that.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 9 and verse 9. Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God, thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer. For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer.
Okay, so that's what we are. We are the seers. We are the seers of today, the prophets, bringing y'all the news, all right? What's really going on? Not what's going on CNN, the fake news, like Trump like to say. We're giving you the real news. So you guys, you Israel, that you don't forget. We forget too soon, okay? So let's get off into it. The injustice against Israel. As y'all know, we've been getting shot down. Our brothers, Kendrick Johnson, he just got killed. Our sister, Sonia Macy, we had a brother that just got executed unjustly. And we're going to touch on all these topics today. We're going to touch on all of that. So we're going to start off with my brother, I think his name is Marcellus Williams. Marcellus Williams. He was just executed the other day. I think it was last week. Was it last week?
Yeah.
Last week sometime. He was executed without any hardcore evidence. They didn't have any hardcore evidence, and he still got put to death. Okay, so we're gonna get off into that. Don't go to that. Let me just play the video first. Let's just get the Stephen A. Smith video. Well, actually, read that. Read a little bit of that, and then we'll get off into the video. Read that. Officer Ariel, you got the yep. There you go.
Marcellus Williams' execution was a tragedy, hopefully the last of its kind. Go down. On Tuesday night, the state of Missouri executed Marcellus Williams. It was legally sanctioned murder. As the Washington Post put it, he was convicted of a 1998 murder that he said he did not commit.
So the brother, he never pled guilty. He pled innocent the whole time since 1998. That's years ago, 30 some odd years ago. Okay, but keep going.
The evidence suggested that Williams should not have met his end this way. Even the St. Louis County Prosecutor's Office, which originally secured the death sentence, did not want that sentence carried out.
So it says the evidence suggested that he should not met his end. He should not have been put to death. He should never got the death penalty, because what we got to understand is in Israel, we are innocent. Even if we are guilty, even if we're innocent.
Right.
This happens way too often amongst Israel. And we don't even understand why. We don't understand why these things are happening. And we're going to get deeper off into that in the video. So let's just play the video. Go ahead and play the video next. Before, I don't want to say too much. Go ahead and play that. I think
on this particular day, if I seem a bit melancholy, if not downright sad, it's because of where we're getting started with some news out of Missouri, the state of Missouri, where the state executed a man whose murder conviction was questioned by a number of people, including the prosecutor himself. The victim's family also pushed for the man to not be executed. I'm talking about Mr. Marcellus Williams, who was 55 years of age, who died by lethal injection yesterday around 6 p.m. Central Time. He was convicted in 2001 of killing Felicia Gale, a former newspaper reporter found stabbed to death in her home in 1998. Williams' case drew national headlines as his attorneys appealed the conviction based on what they described as new evidence that included alleged bias in jury selection and contamination of the murder weapon prior to the trial.
All right, stop that. We have one, yeah. So yeah, as we see, this brother Marcellus, he was unjustly convicted.
Right.
Okay, the evidence suggested that he never did the murder. The DNA was never there, but he still got convicted. Why is this happening? Read that. Let me get Habakkuk 1:4. Let's start off with Habakkuk 1:4. We got to understand this. This nation is never for us, never been for us, never going to be for us. These laws don't pertain to us. They never have. So why do we still put our faith, our mind in this man, in this nation, a nation that cannot save us? Read what you got.
Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 4. The law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth.
It says the law is slack. The law is slack against who? Who is this book written to? This book is, we good? We good? Is this one mic?
This is one mic.
Okay. Go ahead and read that again.
Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 4. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth.
So it says the law is slack. Against who? Who is this book written to, like I was saying? This book is written to Israel.
Right.
It's saying the law is slack against you, Israel, not the white man, not the Arab man, not the Asian man, against you. Because it's only slack when it comes to us. Like we just saw when it went with our brother Marcellus, he was wrongfully convicted. No evidence pointed his way at all. What must we do? What more could he have done to be proven innocent? Right.
And how many times does this have to happen for our people to actually sit back and say, you know what, maybe the system ain't for us?
Right. Maybe we got to do something else. Maybe we've been marching since King and that ain't worked. Maybe we've been looking to be assimilated since we got over here and that has not worked.
Right.
What is going to work? Right. Coming back to the laws of God. That's what we. That's the blueprint. That's the $1 million answer to the $1 million question.
And you know what's crazy about that too? Our people always say, well, when it comes to voting, right? They say it's your local votes that count. Well, you had to vote that judge in that said he was guilty.
Right.
You had to vote that prosecutor in that said he was guilty.
Right.
All these people that was responsible for him ultimately getting put to death, they were voted in.
And look, all these people, 90% of the people that they vote in do not look like you.
Right.
They do not live in the communities and the conditions that like you. They don't care about you. In their spirit, they don't care about you. Let me get that. Ezekiel. This man has never cared about us because that's the way he was made. That's the way he was created. And we got to understand that. We're not created equal. We'll never get along. It's never going to happen. This man does not like us because it's in his spirit not to like us. And once we figure that out, we'll be all right. Once we figure that thing out, we gonna be all right. But we don't know. But that's what we're here to do. We're here to teach you. Let me get that. Ezekiel 35,
verse 5.
Verse 5. Read that.
Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
It says thou. Who is it talking about? Show them who it's talking about. Is it verse 1? Edom?
Verse 2. Verse 2. Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 2. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir.
Mount Seir, which is Edom, all right? They dwell in the clefts of the rocks, all right? Read.
And prophesy against it, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord God, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
So let's get to the point.
Verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
It says Edom has had a perpetual hatred. That's perpetual is everlasting. That don't end. That's not a normal Negro word. We don't know that.
Right.
That don't end. That's thus saith the Lord. They hate our guts. You got to really understand. It takes a certain type of hatred to take a whole nother nation. Dang, these fly. To take a whole nother nation on cargo slave ships stacked on top of each other.
Right.
Defecating on each other. Bleeding on each other. Dying corpses right next to you. It takes a special type, a certain type of hatred for that thing. It takes a certain type of hatred to use a baby to catch alligators.
Right.
To fillet a human being.
Right. Castrate.
To castrate someone.
To break down that person's mindset, to break them spiritually and mentally. The things that they was doing to us in slavery, like buck breaking, tying men up to the horses and making the horses go separate ways in front of the family.
Right.
That's to break them mentally. And that went on. That was that perpetual hatred, because now that atrocity that you did to that woman and that family is passed on to generation to generation to generation.
They broke us down. It takes a certain type of hatred to strip you of everything that you know. Everything that you know, your heritage, your homeland, everything, and to give you nothing but wickedness.
Right.
Nothing but evil. That's what they replaced it with. And the thing is, what have we done for us to receive that?
Right.
What have we done to that man? We have done nothing. But it's our punishment. This is just our punishment from the Lord. That's what Esau's doing this job. That's it. Esau's doing this job for us breaking God's laws, and until we come back to them things, they're going to keep doing it.
Right.
But also, to your point, the babies was fighting together in the foremother's womb. That's how much hatred
from
they
the
had.
beginning. From the beginning, in the womb, they was fighting. You can't change this man's mindset. It is what it is. Do they have more on that, Zim?
Yes. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
So they've shed blood against Israel since day one. Since Cain, they've done this thing. All right, and they've shed our blood.
And what the scripture is saying, it says that at the time where their iniquity had an end, because the Most High was like, okay, they suffered enough. But Esau said, nah, we gonna keep it moving.
Yeah.
That's why they're still doing the same things that you shouldn't be forgetting. Never forget.
Never forget.
Because they're still doing the same things they did during slavery, Jim Crow, civil rights movement, all those things, all the way up until today. Still the same thing. Sicking dogs on us, hanging us. We still being, right, like we about to bring out, they're still hanging our men. So
it says the Most High's judgment is like a ring. We are still being judged. Until we seal that 144 and that elect, these curses are going to follow us. They're going to follow. So wake up. Israel, please wake up. I'm tired of working. I'm tired of all people getting shot down. I'm tired of getting killed by the enemy. I'm tired of this. And the only way it's going to stop is if we wake up. Okay,
that's the thing. The Lord knows that, bro. He knows our people, no matter what he do, he can come to us nicely, we still won't repent. And he can come up with the sword and we still won't repent. Watch it. Get Job chapter 36.
Bring it out.
Job 36, and let's read verse 15. So we got to ask ourselves, why is this stuff always happening? It's not getting any better. It's only getting worse as time goes by. See what the Lord says.
Job chapter 36 and verse 15. He delivered the poor in his affliction.
Who's the poor? You Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are the ones that's poor in spirit. Read.
And openeth their ears in oppression.
So God said the only way our ears is gonna be open is in oppression, is in affliction. But our people are seeing this. Some of our people, they see this affliction, they like, man, what's going on? I'm gonna try all these different routes to get out of this instead of trying the Bible.
Right.
But the ones that's wise, God said these people are gonna turn back to the Lord in these end times. And that's what you're seeing. But the more and more we get afflicted, it's only gonna get worse from here.
Right.
I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm not. It's only gonna get worse from this point on. So you might as well repent.
You might as well repent. Yes, sir. You have something?
No, you good.
All praise. Go ahead and finish the video off. Go ahead.
Alicia Gale even asked that Williams be spared death. However, the U.S. Supreme Court denied the stay of execution yesterday, a day after Missouri's Supreme Court and Governor Mike Parson refused to grant a stay as well. The Supreme Court offered no explanation for its decision. However, in the third appeal, Justices Sonia Sotomayor, Elena Kagan, and Ketanji Brown Jackson all said they would have granted the request to pause the execution. Before his death, Williams wrote a final handwritten statement seen here that reads, quote, all praise be to Allah in every situation.
Pause it right there. Pause it right there. And I got to touch on this because it doesn't make what happened to this man okay. You know, he's caught up in Islam. Okay, this is just I got to bring this out. It's just showing our people are caught up in the wrong things. They're looking for salvation from the wrong places. Like I said earlier, religion, politics. We caught in the wrong stuff. Islam, they did the same things to you. The Arabs did the same things to you.
Right.
They are your enemies as well. Let's get that. Get that. Psalms 83. We got to get that. The Arabs did the same things. And this is what we go out and teach our Nation of Islam brothers. Y'all, all our brothers, we love y'all, but y'all caught in foolishness. Y'all caught up in idolatry. And it's not going to save us. This is making the problem worse. It's making the Father jealous. He's a jealous God, and he's going to afflict us for that thing.
Right.
All right? Read what you got.
Psalms chapter 83 and verse 1.
Read verse 2. Start at 2.
Verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that have lifted up the For thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
So it says, our enemies, they make a tumult. Our enemies are all the other nations. All of these nations are our enemies. What you don't understand, a lot of Israel don't understand. I ain't going to say Israel. Blacks, Hispanics who don't know they Israel, they don't understand we have enemies on this earth. And that's the other nations. Keep reading. Don't explain. Read.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy enemies.
So all these nations have taken crafty counsel. They've got together in a gathering. We're going to discontinue these people from their heritage. We're going to take everything from them. We're going to kill these people. We're going to convict them unjustly. These are things that they've got together and they've done since the beginning of time. Keep reading.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Bring it out. Read.
That the name of Israel be no more in remembrance.
So that's why we got brothers talking about all praise to Allah.
Right.
Because we think we Arabs now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We think Allah is our God. That's the God that they gave us. That's why we got people saying that they African American, 2 white men, because they've taken everything from us. It can't get no worse than not knowing who you are. Not knowing the one true God, you don't even know that's your God. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That it can't get no worse than that. And that's what these nations have done. But let's go into the nations. It's going to show you who these nations are. Keep reading.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
All of them are confederate against. None of them like you. All the ones that own the Quickie Marts, none of them like you. The
7-Elevens.
The 7-Elevens, the
Church's
wig
Chicken.
shops, the nail salons, they all confederate. None of them like you. And we got to when we understand that, we going to be all right. All right, read.
The tabernacles of Edom.
Edom is the number one on the hit list. That's your so-called white man. And we see this every day. It ain't nothing new. Your mamas know it. Your daddies know it. When you're growing up, what they always, you can't trust them. You gotta watch them. But to call them the devil.
Right.
You can't call them the devil.
As soon as you say God don't love them,
God don't
don't go that
This
far.
is the same person you just said I can't trust.
Right.
This same person you said evil as hell.
Don't play with their kids.
No, you don't play with their kids.
Yeah.
What's wrong with us, man? We bipolar. Right. What the hell? My mama every day. Hey, you moving out there? Yeah, I know. I'm from St. Louis. I'm from the hood. You moving out there with all them white folk. You got to watch your back. I said, yeah, Mom, I know they the devil. No, don't say that, though. In the same sentence. What the hell? They number one on the hit list.
Right.
All right, keep reading.
And the Ishmaelites.
The Ishmaelites. That's your Arab. That's where Islam comes from. When we were in the sub-Saharan slave trade, when they did worse things, or damn near worse things than what happened to us over here, that's where you learned Islam. They forced that on you by the sword.
And they still enslaving our people today.
To this day.
Yeah, it hasn't ended.
It hasn't changed.
To this day. Over in Yemen. Go to Yemen. Talking about all praise to Allah. Nigga, please.
Right, yeah.
They don't respect you the same.
Yeah, they don't respect you the name. Go to Saudi Arabia. Nah, who is you?
Right.
You need to get in the go milk my camel.
Right.
Do you milk camels?
Goyim.
Or whatever it is. You need to go take care of the herd. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You, not us. And they know that. We need to understand that. Our God is Jesus, the black Messiah.
You are a
That's our God.
ob to them.
You are ob.
Yeah, that's
what does
Yeah,
ob
that's
mean?
slave.
Slave. Yes. So getting caught up in it, we got to come up out of that. All right. Let me get Jeremiah 11:11.
Hey, Officer. To Officer Likem's precept that he pulled, the Job 36:15. The scripture said, "The Lord openeth our ears in affliction." A lot of the times when our brothers go to prison, that's when they humble and they start trying to seek the Lord. But they have Christian pastors that's able to come in.
Yep.
They have these Muslim and Arab people that's able to come in and intercept you at that point.
Right.
And that's why a lot of our brothers come out of prison with all these different doctrines and stuff like that. Because the word is not being taught in these prisons.
Nope. Right. Nope.
As of yet.
Not the true word.
As of
Not
yet.
as of yet. Because you remember the prophets. They taught that word.
They taught.
All right. We gonna put that right there.
Hey, and even that too. You think about it. In prison, a lot of people convert to Islam for protection.
Protection.
Because that's one of the biggest sects in there.
Yeah, it's a prison doctrine. It really is. It's one of the biggest sects in there, and they do it for protection. But hey, man should not fear what's killed the body.
Right.
But you need to fear what killed the body and soul.
Right.
That's what that's the advice I give to my brothers getting caught up in Islam and in prison for protection. All right.
Right.
All right. Jeremiah 11:11.
Jeremiah chapter 11 and verse 11.
Let me get it. I like to read along, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape.
So this is what we got to understand. The Lord, it's the Lord that put this evil on us. Don't think, a lot of us like to say, get behind me, no, it's the Lord that's doing this.
Right.
The reason why we are being shot down, we're being convicted unjustly, it's the Lord doing this. And it's going to explain why. Read.
And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. Then shall the cities of Judah and inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods unto whom they offer incense.
So it says we would cry unto our God, but he's not going to hear you.
Right.
This man said they tried to appeal 3 times. It's too late. It's too late. Your judgment must come forth, all right, by serving other gods. Serving other gods is one of our offenses, okay? We've always went back into other gods. It's funny. We just left Day of Atonement, right?
Right.
What we about to celebrate now?
Feast of Tabernacles.
Feast of Tabernacles. What did all people do during when they was in the wilderness?
They murmured and complained.
Murmuring, and they went serving another god.
Yep.
Moses left for 40 days. They done made a whole bull just that quick.
Right.
Cause they murmuring, complaining. We ain't got the melons and leeks that we had in Egypt. Now read that second part again.
unto whom they offer I'll just read it from the beginning if so. Then shall the cities of Judah and inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods, unto whom they offer incense. But they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble.
So then they go cry to another God. now you want to serve another God, but that God can't save you.
Right.
Your God is the one true God.
Hey, you know what's heavy about that too? Even thinking about Moses and how they created that golden calf. Bro, that took work. Because they took the gold earrings, the necklaces, all the jewelry. They had to melt that stuff down to make the idol.
Look. And don't think it was a little bitty.
Right.
You know, Israel, we don't even get down like that. We ain't make no look.
They do nothing small.
They probably made a statue.
Right.
A statue.
Everybody gave up their gold and made a whole statue for another damn God. They got more zeal for the other nations' gods than our own God.
Right.
It's crazy. And the laws, ain't nothing in this law bad for you.
Right.
Ain't nothing in this law that the bishop just said it in the class. Oh, I got to not eat for a day? Okay.
Right.
1 day out of the year? Oh, I got to rest on the Sabbath? Oh, okay. I can't eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster? Okay. That's bad for you anyway.
Right.
But you want to go serve another God. It's crazy. We insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. We got to get our minds right. All right? Keep reading.
I'm about to say in that same scripture that you just pulled, is letting you know, therefore thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape, and though they cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. Then shall the cities of Judah and inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods unto whom they offer incense. So right there is letting you know we weren't even acknowledging why the Lord had turned his back on us at that point.
Yes.
So it's letting you know, and to bring it up to today, when you offer incense unto something, that's a sign of reverence, a sign of worship. So whenever we get killed today, who are we going and showing reverence to? Who are we going and showing that respect to? Who are we crying to at that point?
Right.
Who we see as God, the so-called white man. Well, the people in the world, they see this white man as God, and they go to his courthouses, and they want justice from the same man that killed you, that put your people to death.
And it's not going. And what did it say? They are not going to save you.
Right.
They hate you.
It's
It's in their spirits. All right. Wake up. Wake up. All right. I think we got a little bit more on this video, and then we're gonna go on. We pushing it. We're only on the first video.
It reads, quote, all praise be to Allah in every situation, end quote. This is a very alarming situation. And as far as I'm concerned, any human being should speak out against it, but especially if you're black. This black man was murdered yesterday. Let's call it what it is. It's murder. There's no excuse for it. And I'm going to tell you why. If there's DNA evidence that contradicts what prosecutors asserted that led to a conviction, that's a valid point to stay in execution. If the prosecutor himself, herself, themselves acknowledge that based on evidence that can now be refuted, there should be a stay of execution. That's another reason not to execute the man. If a former governor, as in Governor Eric Crichtens, Greitens, Eric Crichtens, he is the predecessor of Governor Mike Parson. He granted Williams a reprieve. He was persuaded by arguments that new DNA evidence, new DNA testing exonerated Williams. He did that years ago.
All right,
remember, Williams was twice spared from execution.
We get the point. We get the point. This brother was convicted unjustly. All right. This law is slack against us. But my question is, where is the uproar from our people?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's what kills me with our people. We go stand for Palestine, and Palestine ain't got nothing to do with you.
Yep.
Not a damn thing to do. You will go stand with another nation, somebody that don't even give a damn about you, like we just read, before you stand for your own brothers. You get what I'm saying? We too busy looking at each other as the op, not realizing who the true op is. You get what I'm saying? Read.
And that's what happened to that brother Marcellus Williams. They said in 1999 that his cellmate had said that he told him in detail how he committed the murder, and that's why they convicted him. Well, come to find out, there was a $10,000 reward for any information. So him and his girlfriend was trying to collect that money to get out of jail. So he was a false witness that rose up against his brother at that time.
And the biggest thing is, man, we don't see God in each other, man.
Right.
We see all these, like we just read, we see all these other nations as the Savior, as a God, and not understanding we the gods. We the true gods. Any other nation would stand up for their people.
Hey, officer, I blame the Christian church, man, because the Christian church is complicit with these things. How do you know? Because in the Christian church, they bring these politicians, these governors, these judges in the church to vote for them, to vote for a certain party or a group of party, because they don't tell, like, when you're voting, you may be voting for, you'll say, the Democratic Party, because what we do as black people, we don't read. So when you go to the ballot, it'll say, you'll think you'll be voting for Kamala Harris, but Kamala Harris has a bunch of people up under her in the ballot that you are agreeing to vote for. That reminds me of Isaiah 28 and 15. Can we get that real quick?
Bring it up.
Isaiah 28 and 15. I blame these pastors because this is why it's hard for them to make an uproar towards their own people when they're falsely convicted, when we're getting shot down in the street. You don't see them going out and trying to shut down the police departments, the governments. You don't see them doing that. But when the Israelites are out there and we trying to bring our people to repentance, then you come and fight against us. You pulling guns out on us. But let's see who the pastors are making a covenant with. Read.
Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
We made a covenant with death. Our pastors, our clergymen, they making covenants with death. Whose death? That's Esau, his system, the beast system. We're making covenants with this system that's killing us every day. Read.
And with hell are we at agreement.
Because hell is what? Captivity, when you read up. Hell is captivity. Hell is not something under the ground with the red man with the pitchfork. The red man is on top of the ground killing us every day, torturing us. That's who is the damn devil. And we're in hell. Read.
When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us.
Because that's what we think. That's what they tell us to think. Oh, it's your season. Oh, nothing's going to happen to you. Just come into the Lord. Baptize, and you should be baptized in the water. You shall be saved.
You know it all. You know all that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Traumatized, bro. They done done a number on my brother. Come back. Come back.
Keep going.
For we have made lies our refuge.
So they lie. They make lives our refuge. And guess what? Our people who don't read the Bible, they believe it. So when we give them the scripture, they don't believe us because they like, Pastor ain't said that. Pastor didn't say this. Well, let me show you in the Bible. As soon as we show in the Bible, they do not believe. So now we made a covenant with death. So now not only are you dying in the street, but if you don't repent, you got to be fearful of that second death because you're not going to make it into the kingdom the way that we're being taught. God, you're not going to make it. It's just not going to happen.
All praises. All praises. You on point. Good point, officer. Good point. But yeah, we're going to move on. Like I said, we got a lot to cover. We're going to go stroll down history, all right? So we ain't going to forget. You know, this has been happening to our people for years. Our young brothers, our young sisters in Israel for years, all right? So play that next video. Oh, you got to read that.
Khalif Browder.
All right, let's pause it. So, and start it over. So this is our young brother Khalif Browder. If you ask who is Khalif Browder to the average African American, so-called, they wouldn't know who he is. You know, his story has not been posted out there. You know, it's not big. You know, we too worried about everything else, the smoke screens. So this is Khalif Browder, a 16-year-old young man who committed suicide. And he was convicted unjustly as well. We're going to find out. All right, so go ahead.
Khalif Browder. I lost my childhood. I lost my happiness. In 2010, at the age of 16, he was arrested in New York for allegedly stealing a backpack. Khalif isn't able to finish 10th grade and spends his 17th birthday behind bars.
All right, so look. This brother, he was a 16. He's a minor, okay? You're a minor at 16, according to their law, okay? You're a minor. It says he spent his 17th birthday in jail for doing what? Why was he locked up for? It said he allegedly stole a book bag. A damn book bag. This is the things that happen to us, and we don't even talk about this stuff. It's crazy. Even if he did, let's say the brother did steal a book bag.
Right.
That wasn't even a just punishment.
Was it warranted?
It wasn't even warranted. None of these punishments that we get are warranted. Keep playing the video. It's crazy. That's ridiculous.
A black man steal a book bag, he get thrown in jail.
He get
White
thrown
man
in jail.
steal a country, nothing happens.
What? You damn. You right. Still a nationality.
Still a nationality.
Everything. Ray Rollins.
Don't forget about Brett Favre and what he did.
Yeah.
Went down in Mississippi.
You can't forget that. What did he do?
Stole millions. Embezzled
stole
millions.
From what was it? Housing or something like that? Like
it was from
it was some
college fund.
No, it was from
something like
pension.
that.
It was from their pensions.
Yeah. Right.
And he gave it to a college.
And you got the Enron scandal. That's another one. They stole people's pensions and life savings, and they living it up. You get what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's night and day. We are not the same people. All right? We are denizens. We're not equal. We'll never get along. Right. Understand that. Play that. He say stole a whole country. You right.
Right.
After more than 400 days, he misses out on his high school graduation, waiting for a trial that never comes.
So he just waiting trial.
At 19, he attempts suicide for the first time while held in solitary. He fails, but tries again on 5 to 6 separate occasions.
So you got to understand, pause it. This young brother, 16, probably all weighed about all of a buck 40, buck 50.
Yeah.
He's in jail. He tries to commit suicide. You thinking, why is this brother trying to? It's just nah, bro. You in a grown man penitentiary.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Over a book bag. This brother, he distraught. He don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
And we gonna keep going. This brother, it wasn't jail ain't nothing for the faint of heart.
Right.
It's nothing light about going to jail. And this brother's a minor. But keep playing. We gonna see how deep it gets.
6 or 7 times.
6 to 7 times.
Bruh.
In 2013, Khalif is ultimately released from Rikers without a conviction or an apology.
It says this brother went to Rikers Island. Go to Rikers Island. Let's get that info on Rikers Island.
Yeah.
Rikers Island, New York City's jail complex, is known for being one of the most violent and dysfunctional jails in the United States. It has been the subject of numerous investigations and rulings against the New York City government.
So it says this is one of the most dysfunctional jails in the whole United States.
Right.
They sent this brother damn near to Guantanamo Bay
For real.
Right.
over a book bag
For allegation.
for an allegation. If that's crazy as hell.
That's crazy.
That's ridiculous. Go back up. I wasn't done with that. Oh, look at it. Look at the all praises. You on point. They sleeping on the floor.
Scroll down a little bit. Look at this picture right here. Look at
Crazy.
how they land in there.
And look, the other ones ain't even got enough room to lay down.
That's what I'm saying. Think about the slave ships. You in a little bitty pen like that.
Yeah. But that looked like the cargo slave ships.
Yes,
Like,
yes, sir.
You got to understand. We really got to meditate. These laws, these judgments are like a ring.
Yeah.
They like a ring. They continue to happen, just in different forms. But go back to that.
Places like that is meant for us to kill each other.
Right.
Think about that. You put the most violent people in one cell like that, stacked on top of each other. They're hoping we kill each other.
And jails are supposed to be rehabilitating.
No, it ain't no
They
rehabilitation.
know exactly what they
You become what is it?
In their pocket.
institutionalized.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You now you can't even function outside of jail.
That's right.
You get to the real world, you don't know what to do. You want to go back.
Some people end up killing themselves when they get out in the real world because it's so overwhelming. Like, you've been in jail. If you got locked up in 95 and you get out in 2020, you went from having a flip phone to now everything's touch.
Right.
The world's totally different.
You don't even know how to function.
Yep. Now you get out, all the little Negroes wearing dresses. It's like, what the hell's going on? Skinny jeans and dresses. This is what's hot now?
Right.
Come on. But go ahead. I have to throw that in there. Go ahead.
Rikers Island has had a reputation for violence, physical and mental abuse, and neglect of its inmates, and has attracted press and judicial scrutiny that has resulted in numerous rulings against the New York City government.
So they have been what is it called when they do like an audit? They audit them or whatever.
Right.
They know the conditions of this jail aren't meant for people.
Yep.
And they know it. The government knows this thing, but they continue to send us, mainly us, to fill these prisons, fill these cells by the boatloads. And they sent this young brother to jail over I'm gonna keep saying it, over a backpack.
Right.
Where's the uproar? When are we gonna stand up for these things?
Yeah.
And stop worrying about the damn Chiefs game.
For
Stop
real.
worrying about, you know what I'm saying? I got to bring this up. We out here cleaning the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, we got the community cleanups, right?
Yeah.
We up here showing the example to the young men. We younger men. We showed in the older men how you supposed to move in your neighborhoods, right? While we're cleaning up the trash in your neighborhoods, y'all watching the Chiefs game.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Watching
that's
us
how it
with a natty light. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Well, while we clean, we in the middle of still trash all over the place.
Right. All over.
What the man say to you?
You remember that when he was over watching the Chiefs game outside, and like you said, he was drinking the beer, right?
Yeah.
So beside him, he had like this little cubby or whatever, full of cans. So I go to grab one can to throw it away. He's like, no, get it to me, and he threw it right back on the ground, right next to him.
Wow. It's crazy. But as we cleaning up, because it was trash all over, they just don't care.
Yeah.
The older men don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I got to pull that, what is it, Job 39. Age don't mean nothing, all right? But as we're cleaning, in the midst of cleaning up, the brother walked by him and say, hey, the Chiefs game finna start in 4 minutes.
Like we got to get up out of here.
Yeah.
You know, Chiefs game about to start. What y'all doing?
Yeah,
out here?
like y'all sure y'all want to finish cleaning up? I know it's trash everywhere, but the Chiefs game about to start. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. They worried about the Chiefs game and it's trash all over. When are you going to wake up? When are you going to wake up? Get that Job 39:7. This is 32. 32 and 7.
Job chapter 32 and verse 7. I said, days should speak, and multitude of years should teach wisdom.
So this is for all older men. Say, you can't teach me nothing, young buck. I know I didn't been there. No, it says they should speak and they should teach wisdom, but they have no wisdom. These older men have no wisdom. The wisdom is these laws. The men you see sitting up on this panel have more wisdom than these older men, because we know how to move in the laws of our God.
That goes back to
That's
what
the
you were
wisdom.
just saying, officer. Like, they're institutionalized.
Yeah.
Whether you in prison in the physical prison, or you in prison in the hoods, in the ghettos, and in the slums. Because some people in America, because some people he probably uncomfortable with it being clean.
Right.
Somebody lived in squalor their whole life. It's like
they
can you
used
clean
to it.
this up?
It's the norm. It's the norm for them. But yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
Can I get Isaiah 42:22
Yeah.
real quick? Yeah. Just real quick. Because what we showing, like we've been going and we talking about Rikers Island and about our people, right? And how they end these prison houses. And we talking about the injustice towards our people, Israel. And I like how you put out earlier who's behind this. Now, we know the so-called white man is doing this, but why is this happening? Watch this. Isaiah 42 and 22.
Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
We are a people robbed and spoiled. When we look at Khalif Browder, he was robbed of his life and spoiled mentally because of the things that they put him through in that prison, what he had to go through at a young age. That's what caused him to take his life. So we're spoiled, not just through those type of atrocities, through religion and everything else. Their policies. Here in America, we've been spoiled. Read.
They are all of them snared in holes.
We are all, it says all of them are snared in holes. So not just our brothers that in prison, but like Officer Zimar was bringing out, our brothers are institutionalized here in America.
Right.
We came here to serve a sentence. Read.
And they are hid in prison houses.
We're hid in the prison houses. Some of our brothers are honestly not guilty of the crimes that they committed. But they're hid in those prison houses. Whenever you go through and you get checked and you become a number, you are forgotten.
Right.
There's no telling what's going on to you behind those doors.
Yes, sir.
You have these people, you have these jailers or what they called coming in off the streets. You don't know what criteria. We just looked the other day. The criteria to be a jailer in a
Corrections officer.
corrections officer.
Yeah.
There is no standard for a corrections officer. So they coming in and having power over men to do as they please. As you gonna see with Khalif Browder, he was abused by some of these correction officers. Keep reading.
They are for a prey.
It says we are for a prey. Read.
And none delivereth.
Nobody delivers. So when we see the Khalif Browders and he got out, there was no apology. There was no settlement for it. There was none. There's nobody that's been able to step up. All these lawyers that step up for Breonna Taylor, Mike Brown, all these, some of these famous lawyers that stepped
Ben
up.
Crump.
Ben Crump. And nobody's been able to deliver us. Keep reading.
For a spoil, and none saith restore.
And nobody's saying restore. When you go into vote, nobody's saying to restore these people. Nobody's saying to restore the justice, the things that were taken from us, the things that we were, our heritage, the money, all these things that we've lost. Nobody's stepping up and saying restore. Now jump down to verse 24.
Verse 24. Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers?
Because this is the question that we have. Who did this? Read.
Did not the Lord?
It said what?
Did not the Lord?
The Lord is doing this thing. The Lord is the one that turned his back on us because why? Keep reading.
He against whom we have sinned?
Because we sinned against him. We transgressed his law. Therefore, he gave us over to these people. We wanted to go to the Arabs to find gods. We wanted to go to the so-called white men to find God. So you know what the Lord did? He said, guess what? I try to warn you.
Right.
You got to find out. Go head over there to them people.
Yep.
And they're not going to restore you.
You found out.
You found out.
Now you found out. But let's go ahead and finish that video. We crunched for time already. Because we could talk about this all day.
Right. It's heavy stuff.
We could talk about this stuff all day. It's deep. It's heavy. But finish that on out.
Less than 2 years after his release, at the age of 22, Khalif commits suicide in his home. I don't want his story to die. I don't want people to forget who Khalif Browder was. The system needs to be changed because there are a lot of other Khalifs out there. Vanita Browder, Khalif's mother, 1953 to 2016.
So that's it. That's just one of the many stories. Like I said, there's many Khalif Browders that haven't even been named. And we don't, what we're doing, we not letting you forget. We not going to let you forget about what's going on with our people. That's why whenever things, injustice comes up, you see us boots on the ground. We teaching our people, showing them why it's happening and giving the solution to the problem. That's the main thing. We have to give a solution. All right. The solution is coming back to the laws of God. That's what it is. That's all it is.
Right.
That's what I'm telling y'all. All right. Let's go to the next video. Okay. So yes. Like I said, like we've been saying, this has been happening over years. Years and years. Young boys, young girls, they have been convicted unjustly, killed unjustly. And this is just another story. If y'all don't know, the Central Park 5. Central Park 5, they had a Netflix special a couple years back, a very good film. I suggest everyone to go and watch that film so you can remember these things. We forget because we caught up in everything else and not watching what's really good for us, what we really need to remember, the things we need to remember that happened to our people. But go and watch that. What is it called?
When They See Us.
How They See Us?
When They See Us.
When They See Us. When They See Us. The Central Park 5. You had 5 young boys that got convicted unjustly of. Let the video play. Let the video play. It's gonna show you. Play that.
Last night, a woman jogger was found unconscious and partially clothed in Central Park. She was beaten and sexually assaulted.
A woman jogging in Central Park. Central Park was holy. It was the crime of the century.
5 youths were arrested at 96th Street, all between 14 and 15 years of age.
They got him!
You can only imagine the pressure to have this crime solved and solved quickly.
First we was all together, then they started to
So stop it. So you had 5 young boys between 14 and 15 years old. I'm going to tell you, first off, at 14, 15 years old, parents, you got to know where your kids is at. Because what does it say about an idle mind? An idle mind teaches much evil. You're going to get off into mischief. 14, 15, you shouldn't even be out. Okay, but again, that does not say what happened to these brothers was right. Okay, but we got to follow the steps given to us. If we followed the steps given to us, we would be okay. But yeah, so you had these 14, 15, and I think one brother was 16 that got convicted of a crime, raping a young white woman. That's the big thing. Yeah. They killed a white, or raped. They say they raped a white woman and beat her up. So they say, if you just heard the brother, the white man said, we got to solve this quickly. We got to get on top of that. Becky got. Yep. You know, when Becky got, they on top of it. Right. But when it's our people, cold case. You know, cold case. It don't matter. But they had to get on. So they was looking for anybody that fit the description of being a 14 to 15-year-old young boy and black. That's all they wanted. Yep. All right. And they found these brothers. But keep playing.
And solved quickly.
First we was all together, then they started to put us in different rooms separately.
What did you do? Who were you with? Who did you come with?
The tone was very scary. I felt like they might take us to the back of the precinct and kill us.
You're not gonna go home until you give up a story.
I told my son, go to the park that night. I feel guilty.
I'm telling the guy, I don't know what you're talking about. They're getting a little angry.
And they're like, you know you did it, didn't you?
He had been interrogated for over 24 hours. That amounts to pressure.
These young men were guilty.
Yeah, stop that right there. Pause it. Bruh. 14, 15 years old getting interrogated by police for 24 hours. Kids' minds shouldn't be focused on that. Just like the brother we just read before that, Broader, in prison. A 16-year-old in prison should not be thinking about that stuff.
And just going back into Esau's law, they manipulate it. A 14, 15-year-old can't even sign off on his own permission slip.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. he need a parent's signature. The same thing should apply to these boys here. But the law don't pertain to us. Right. Even if y'all watch the movie, the mother tried to come in. Yeah. A lot of the mothers tried to come in and speak, and they wouldn't let them. They wouldn't let them, or they came up with some excuse, or they interrogated them real fast so that they got an answer. That's what they do to our young boys. And they knew that these boys was innocent. They knew that they was innocent, but they still convicted them.
At that age, you don't even have the capacity, the mindset, or the understanding of half the things they probably asking them kids. Like you can't register all the things that was probably being brought to them. So they was confused. They didn't know what to say. And then as a kid like that, you expect adults to protect you. You know what I'm saying?
You expect the police. You trust in the police.
You trust in them.
Like, you know, they supposed to protect and serve. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you the truth. You don't believe me?
Yeah.
And they just coercing them to just give up their life.
Yeah, we expect, because you know they white police officers. We look at them as gods. They looking out for my best interest, and all they did was turn them on each other. Right, and they'll give them a lie. Oh man, we're gonna hold you for 48 hours, but you got to give me this name.
Could you imagine the fear they had? Because then when the mother and father showed up, because usually, okay, so the adult, they're not protecting me here. But so my parents, they know me. So when my parents come, my parents will help me. But then to see your parents being rejected from helping you, you got to understand that what state of mind they were in at that time, that fear.
And the father, he said what I just said. He regrets letting his son go to the park that day. We can't let our kids just go out. It's even worse today. It's 1,000 times worse than it was back in, I believe this was 1998, something like that. It's worse, way worse than 1988. 1980. I think I was born that year, but I shouldn't have said that. I didn't let everybody know. Damn. But anyway, yeah, it's even worse. We got to keep an eye on our kids. They are going to get off into mischief. You can be the nicest kid in the world. You're going to get off into something. I'm telling you. But let me get Deuteronomy 28. I got to get the curses. I got to show why these things are happening and that these curses are on us. These curses pertain to us. That's how we know we are the children of Israel. Give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 49.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
There it goes again. For us breaking God's laws. Up in verse 15, it explains, if we did not listen to God's laws, curses were going to come on us. This is one of the curses. Another nation. The Lord's going to send another nation against you, as swift as an eagle flieth. Who is that? Esau. Their symbol is the eagle, okay? Any nation, their symbol is the eagle. Right. All right, keep reading.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
It says this nation has a fierce countenance. That countenance that they had with these brothers when they were sitting at that table and didn't care, they was 14, 15, that's a fierce countenance. They've been had this countenance with us. It says they wouldn't regard the young or the old. These young brothers should not have been in that position. Right. They don't care if you're 69, like my officer back here, 75 years old. They don't care if you're 2 years old. All right? They gonna get you. Okay. Read it again. For my officer.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young.
So this is this nation, all right? It's in their spirit like we've been saying all day. And we got to remember that thing, all right? These curses are on us, Israel. All right? Keep playing.
Hey, also real quick.
What you got?
To that point of the father, because that was a heavy point. He said he regretted letting his son go to the park that night, right? A lot of times this happens because we try to be friends with our kids. We try to show them, you know what? As I can trust you, I'm going to let you do this. I'm going to do that. That's not what the scripture says. Let's get that in Sirach 30. Okay. Sirach 30 and start at verse 9.
Sirach, chapter 30 and verse 9. Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid.
There you go.
Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness.
When you too light with these kids, you're not giving them the discipline, the structure that they need, they will bring you to heaviness, meaning something's going to happen to where now I regret doing that. I regret letting him go out to the park that night. Watch this. Keep reading.
Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end.
It said, don't play with your kids at all. You need to be that strong disciplinary figure. When you read 1 Timothy 3, it says a deacon or a leader must be grave, meaning serious. You got to show your kids that serious, that we are not here to be friends. I'm here to show you how what's going to happen to you in the world if you're not moving right. Verse 11 is the point.
Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies.
We can't give kids liberty at youth. In the youth ages, like the officer said, they got foolishness in their mind. It says foolishness is bound in the heart of a child. So what do? Give them structure, give them order, give them discipline. That's what a child needs, not a friend. They need a parent.
They need a parent, that's right. When you read up, it says you will gnash your teeth. Yeah. That's what happened to these boys' parents. When they were locked up for 5 to 6 years, they gnashed their teeth. All right? But keep playing.
Oh, that amounts to pressure.
These young men were guilty. It was almost unquestioned.
The police controlled the story. They created the story.
They seized on the fears of the people, wilding the bestial characterization of the black man.
Stop right there. Stop right there. That's another curse that's on us. They played on the fears of the people. They put out fake news. Fake news against us. You see the titles: Wilding Teens, Wolf Pack, Super Predators. What else did they call? They called us these names, turning the minds of the people. People sitting back knowing they ain't do it, but then with their popular persuasions, their plots, the people start that, well, dang, did they do it? Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. That we not understanding it's all a device. It was all set up. These brothers didn't do it. They know they didn't do it. And it was crazy because if you watch the movie, the evidence, the evidence was against them. Well, it wasn't against them, however you want to word that. But the evidence wasn't even against them. The prosecutors found that out. They found out these boys didn't do it. There's no way that they could have done it. They say, we still got to get this case. We still got to get this case. It's all an agenda at that. They don't care.
Same thing like they did in Rosewood. When that white woman said she was raped, and it was who? Her own husband. That's why I think it was an Edomite who raped that woman.
I think it came out. I think it was a Hispanic brother.
Okay.
But he ended up turning himself in. Okay. He ended up turning himself in. But they knew it wasn't him. Yeah. But give me verse
65, 28.
No, 37.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
It says we gonna become an astonishment. An astonishment is when they call us a super predator, or they say these Negroes ain't good for nothing. They lazy. That's an astonishment. We're an astonishment to all the nations. It says a proverb and a byword. A proverb is being a wilding team, being a the wolf pack, being a super predator. That's a proverb and a byword, and ultimately being stripped from who we truly are.
Right.
Now we calling ourselves every other name except Israel. That's how you know that these curses pertain to us and who we truly are. This is the signs that are upon us. All right, finish that out.
Among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee, thou shalt carry much seed.
No, that's it. That's it. But yeah, these titles are going to be on it. This ain't the first time that this happened. They do this today. It's the same thing today. These curses stay on us, and they'll never fall off of us until we come back to our God. All right?
This right here, before they even go to trial, you already putting it out there to the people without saying they're guilty.
Right.
So what jury is now going to come in there and sit and not read this and say these people, these brothers is guilty?
And look, that's like tampering or something.
A hung jury is what they call it.
A hung jury. There you go. And that's their law. That's their law. Their law says you can't tamper with evidence. You can't
persuade
the jury.
Yeah.
What do you think this is? What do you think that popular?
It's already done.
It's in their law. That law is slack.
And this is what Esau does. But watch this. Get Revelations 12:15. Because the scriptures tell us Esau's tactics. The scriptures already tell us the tactics of Esau. Read that real quick.
Revelation chapter 12 and verse 15.
Read.
And the serpent cast out his mouth, water as a flood.
The point I want right there is his mouth. His mouth is his media. He uses his media to paint a picture of us. He uses his media to call us wilding teens, part of a wolf pack, part of a gang, rapists, all these different names,
Thugs.
proverbs, bywords, all these different names are put on us and are given the image to the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man. He uses his media to give us those names.
Yes, sir.
And that's how people view us whenever we go out. I think Bishop was talking about it on one of his radio shows when he went over to Israel. And he said over there, Amalek was calling him Cushy. The kids was already calling him Cushy.
Well, what did you say earlier? Abd. These are the proverbs and goyim. All right, these are the proverbs and bywords that are on us, Israel. All right, they never gonna leave. But is that all you had?
Read verse 16.
Verse 16. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood.
So the earth is talking about, Psalms 85 and 11 real quick. Just see what the earth is talking about. Just real quick. Psalms 85 verse 11. This is what we doing up here today. Psalms 85
Psalms chapter 85 and verse 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth.
Truth is going to spring out of the earth. Read.
And righteousness shall look down from heaven.
So when you go back to Revelations 12 and 16, and the earth, truth, the scriptures helped the woman, and the earth opened up her mouth and swallowed up the flood. Whenever we go into this Bible, we are able to now bring out the wickedness of Esau, the lies that are brought against our people. We can go in the scriptures and show you how Esau deals. It's no longer a secret who the devil is on the earth today, because we're able to go into the Bible and show you who this man is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's it?
Yes, sir.
All praises. Let's finish that on out. We want me to get through all these videos.
Characterization of the black man.
There's no DNA match whatsoever to any of these boys.
I was going nuts. No blood on the kids. Nobody could identify them. But if they confessed, and that was that.
A lot of people didn't do their jobs. Reporters, police, prosecutors, defense lawyers. This was institutional protectionism. We falsely convicted them, and we walked away from our crime.
Stop it right there. Stop it right there. It says they falsely convicted them and they walked away from the crime. What they don't understand is when you falsely convict someone, that is a crime.
Yeah.
That is a crime. And it goes back into that last video where it says my brother Khalif, it says he got no apology, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? They walked away from that crime as well. But that's not according to the scriptures. Eye for an eye. If whatever judgment came upon these brothers, Khalif Browder, the Central Park 5, you're supposed to receive that judgment as well. Let's get that. Let's get that. That's the real apology. If you really apologize for what you've done, you would get the same judgment as them. All right. You put a brother to death. Okay. You deserve that thing.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 19 and verse 16.
Hold on. Let me get it. Yep. Read that.
If a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong, then both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before the Lord, before the priest and the judges which shall be in those days.
All right. So it says if a false witness, we already came to the conclusion, they said it themselves, they were false witnesses.
Yep.
They lied on these boys. They knew they was lying. But did they follow the law?
Nope.
You know, the nation that says, in God we trust.
Right.
Did they follow the God that they so-called trust? Right. No. Hell no, they didn't. They never will. But read verse, let's get to the point. Verse 19.
Verse 19. Then shall ye do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother, so shalt thou put the evil away from among you.
So, whatever judgment that them brothers got, somebody deserved to get locked up for 5 to 6 years, 13 years. And everything that happened to them brothers in there, because like we just explained, prison ain't pretty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. You get them judgments too. All right? That's the true apology.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But, yeah, that's it on that. Let's go to what you got.
Because with that, too, remember, in the story, the oldest boy, he got sent to grown-up prison as well.
Yes, I forgot about that.
The same thing that was happening to him happened to Khalif Browder.
Yes,
It's the exact same things. He was getting sexually abused. He was mentally and physically abused.
Yep. What you got?
I was about to say, and that false witness, it's talking about amongst your brother because they're going against the judges. They're going to the judges at this time. But the ultimate false witness of the scriptures is Esau.
Right. Yeah.
The scriptures tell you in Revelations 12 and 13, he accuses us all the day long. He calls us, like we was going into, all these different, he basically is calling us the Gentiles. We're not the people of God. These are thugs. These are no good people. And this is all, the scripture says he's doing this before the Lord. The Lord is taking note of that. He is the ultimate false witness against us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all all on point. All praises. But yeah, we're going to go to the next video. This is one of the Central Park 5 brothers. The one that got the longest sentence.
Yeah, that's the one, the older one.
Yeah, get that.
My name is Corey Wise. 35 years ago, my friends and I were in prison for a crime we did not commit. Our youth was stolen from us. Every day as we walked into courtroom, people screamed at us, threatened us because of Donald Trump. He spent $85,000 on a full-page ad in the New York Times, calling for our execution. We were innocent kids, but we served a total of 41 years in prison. My name is Corey Wise.
So this is Corey Wise. This was the one that was, I believe, 16 years old, on the brink of 17. And that's another thing that baffles me about their law. The law says you're a minor at under 18. Right. You're a minor. Simple as that. You are a minor. You don't go to big boy prison.
Right.
But when it comes to our young boys,
they go straight.
We gonna try them as that's not the law. That's not the law. At that mind, when you're under 18 ain't even the age of an adult.
Right.
Period. According to the scriptures, it's 20. It's 20 years old. But even then, at 20, your mind ain't even developed yet. You make certain decisions and do things that ain't right. You know what I'm saying? But they try our boys as adults. When have you ever seen a so-called white man tried as an adult? A white boy? Never. I ain't never seen that. Or an Asian man.
It's not common.
Or I've never heard of that. Never heard of that.
They never mistakenly shoot an Asian man.
Right.
In the car.
Yeah, they don't do that. They don't.
Out, checking for giving his ID as they request.
Right. Shoot him. Like that one. Yeah, they shot the guy. Show you. Let me see your ID and shoot him. What the hell? That's only amongst our people. Only amongst our people. But like you see in that video, the brother, you can tell that he has some type of disability. He's a little slower. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to call it, but he's a little slower. But they had no remorse for that brother. They had no remorse. The brother did 13 years. Right. 13 years for a crime that he did not commit. And they knew he didn't commit it. Right. But they did it, and they got sound sleep.
Right.
Yeah. Sound sleep behind that. But just to tap on the video a little bit more, the brother had USA on his hat. USA on the hat, all right? They using this. They still using this brother. Yeah. To this day, they using him to campaign against Trump. Yeah. Hey, they destroy. He's not the only one that's destroyed. Like all of our people are destroyed like that. Just like you said, throughout the years, Willie Lynch, bug breaking, putting the light against the dark, we destroyed. So we still got that mindset of the only way that we can be saved is by this man.
Right.
Even though they didn't convicted me unjustly, they didn't done this, that, and the other. I didn't went through all types of things in prison. He's the only one that can save us.
Right.
Jesus Christ is a white man. A white man's going to save me.
Right.
So they use him. They use the USA. They used him against Trump for their campaign. They still using him to this day. Ain't nobody as perverse as this man. Only ain't nobody as evil as him.
Right.
Only a wicked Negro would do some ish like that. Yeah. They still. That's like a slap in the face, really.
Right.
That's a slap in the face at the end of the day. They may have apologized, but they ain't sorry for that.
I was about to say that shows you they really to this day they don't care for us. They don't. They hate you. They're only using us. We are like what Bishop said, that we're just still a commodity.
Right.
We're still just like on the auction blocks when they were selling us across the world, 4 corners of the earth. We're still a commodity. You think you got a good job, you are still a slave.
Right.
You think that you voting for somebody, they only using your black body to do what they was going to do anyway.
Right.
Just an illusion of inclusion.
Hey, let me get that. Limitations 4. Because my brother, what was his name? I'm sorry.
Khalif Browder?
Not Khalif Browder, the one we just talked about.
Corey Wise.
Corey Wise. He's not the only one like that. That's all. That's the majority of our people. And the scriptures tell us about that. Read that. Limitations 4:17, verse 17.
Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 17. As for us, our eyes has yet failed for our vain help.
So that's the vain help we looking for. That's why he got USA on his hat. He's looking for the politicians to fix the government, the Democratic Party to fix the government. It's two a different head of the same snake.
Right.
They ain't gonna fix it. Not for you. They not gonna do anything to benefit your people. They never have in the 400 years we've been here, so why you think it's going to change now? How long they been voting Democrat and Republican?
Right.
For years. For years. It's not going to help you. When will we understand this thing? That's a vain help. Keep reading.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
And you know what? Another thing that kills me with our people, you would tell people, it's two same snakes, 2 heads, right? They'll say, well, you got to pick the lesser of 2 evils.
Right.
Left wing and right wing.
What the hell? What the hell? Do you understand the words that are coming out of your mouth?
Right. The crazy thing, the issues that you voting for, you can do yourself in your own community.
Right.
You
do it yourself. Do it yourself.
Yeah, you're voting for the murder in your community that we're doing.
That you doing.
Gosh.
What else?
The drugs in your
drugs.
Yeah.
You can clean that up
You
yourself.
can clean this like we went and cleaned up.
Yeah.
We went and cleaned.
Don't talk to them drug dealers like we doing on it. Hey, get that drugs out of our neighborhood.
Right.
Stand up for your people.
Talk about poverty in your community.
Yeah.
The scriptures tell you there shouldn't be no poor in the land. We supposed to be able to help each other.
Right.
ourselves.
Instead of trying to get one up on each other.
Exactly.
Instead of my scat pack look better than your scat pack.
Right.
That's where our mind is at.
Yep.
It's crazy. Pick the lesser of two evils. It says you can't make a clean thing from an unclean thing. Period. Give me Deuteronomy 17:15.
Bro, that's crazy. They'll say we need to fix the crime in our neighborhoods and turn around and say, don't snitch.
Right. We got to fix the crimes in our neighborhood, but you don't even want to cooperate with the police.
I know who did it, but I ain't saying it.
Yeah, little girl just got raped there. Oh, I ain't seen nothing. It's crazy, bro. We insane.
Until something happened to their daughter.
Yeah, until something happened to your daughter. Well, we got to understand all these kids is our sons and daughters.
Right.
That's what you understand when you come into this truth. All these kids are like his little son. I look at him as my son.
Right.
Zimros, Officer Zimros, that's my son. Your daughters, that's my daughters. That's it's an old saying in the world. It takes a community to raise a child, a village to raise a child. That's what we got to do. Like you say, we can fix our own problems through God's laws.
Because of the media and them telling us that we niggas, we thugs, it affects our mind too when we go out and we see our brothers and sisters. We don't see ourselves. We don't care for that person because of what the media is putting out there about our people.
Oh, and big point. So
I hope it ain't small.
Well, no. But you got to think about it, like how the sisters say niggas ain't shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Even sometimes we look at ourselves as, man, we ain't shit, we ain't did. But then think about all our men that have been unjustly put in these prisons. And they're like you said, they're institutionalized in the prison, and they come out and you have a different outlook on that dude. Like, don't trust him. He's just a thug. Stay away from him. Not knowing that before he got in there, he didn't do anything. So now we look at our own selves like, you a thug, you this, and they're pleading like, no, I didn't really do it. And sometimes we don't even believe them. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We don't even believe our own people, and they're crying out like, no, I didn't do this. But they've been in prison for years, 10 years, 15 years. They get out.
Yep. You on point. You right on point. Hey, before you get that Deuteronomy 17, I ain't even finish out because I just got peed off just thinking about it. You know, you
prophesy.
You know, truly oppression, man.
Truly oppression, making the wise man. You can't even finish the precept. I gotta finish the precept.
Yeah.
Finish that out. Lamentations 4:17, and then give me Deuteronomy 17:15.
I got you.
That's what I want. Deuteronomy 17:15. Put a king on. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
we ain't right, bro. We got to get our minds right.
Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 17. As for us, our eyes has yet failed for our vain help.
That's the politics. That's the governor. That's the president. Read.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. They hunt our steps.
These same people that we look to save us, they hunt our steps. And we see this day in and day out. The multiple brothers and sisters killed by these people. The government that you going to vote for. You get what I'm saying? They hunt our steps. We can't look for this nation to save us. But who can you look for to save you? The Most High God.
Right.
Give me that Deuteronomy 17:15. Deuteronomy 17:15. This is who you cast your ballot for. All right?
Deuteronomy chapter 17 and verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose.
So it says you set your king. Your king ain't supposed to be nobody from another nation. Because like we read earlier, these nations don't care about you. They confederate against you. They made a tumult against you. Right. They stripped everything from you.
Right.
Your brother should be your king. All right, the one true king, Jesus Christ, the Black Messiah. And it's crazy. It's crazy you got to say the Black Messiah, but a lot of our people don't understand that. Our brother Khalif Browder didn't understand that. But the Central Park Five, Jesus Christ is a black man.
That's right.
All right, that's why we say it. All right, was it more on that?
Yes.
All right, read.
One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee.
A stranger, that's the other nations. That's for our brothers, because we scattered through the four corners. That's Abib. You ain't supposed to vote for him.
Right.
When our brothers in Japan, you ain't supposed to vote for Gang Chong Chong. You supposed to vote with Jesus Christ. That's who you cast your ballot for. All right, and you do that. You can do that today by dying daily, keeping God's laws.
Right.
That's how you do that, and then you will be redeemed. All right. But let's go ahead. Let's go to the next video. We only on like video 2. Them Rob be talking.
April. Mr. President, will you apologize to Central Park 5? They've been exonerated. There have been videos and movies shown about the case, and you came out with a full-page ad saying that they should die, that they should have the death penalty.
Why do you bring that question up now? It's an interesting time to bring it up. You have people on both sides of that. They admitted their guilt. If you look at Linda Fairstein and if you look at some of the prosecutors, they think that the city should never have settled that case. So we'll leave it at that.
Look, what y'all gonna understand is.
Pause it.
What y'all gonna understand is, all their mindset is like this.
That's right.
All of their mind, and we understood that when this man got into became president, we understood that's when they start creeping out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The real side of Esau came out then. They don't care.
They had their champion.
Is this your king? Yeah, this is our. They loved it. That's when the real Edomite came out. When he came out. That's why I liked him. You ain't have to guess no more.
Yep.
I kind of thought something, but now I see it.
When he go down to Mexico,
It's been confirmed.
He started throwing paper towels at the people in
Yeah,
Mexico.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
That was Puerto Rico.
Yeah, he got white boy at the job. He gave him paper towels.
He said, "What do y'all have to lose?" He kept it a buck.
Yeah, he keep it a buck. And, hey, look, all of their minds. He ain't got no remorse for them. He don't care. He don't care about. He said they convicted themselves or they pled guilty. Y'all coerced them to plead guilty.
He know that.
He know that. But this is the same government system that we look for to help us. He's the Republican Party. The Democrat Party's the same way.
Two wings of the same bird.
Two wings of the same bird.
Democrats are just the ones that are more slick.
They slick. That's why I don't like them. Yeah. I don't like neither one of them, but I don't like them. All right? They the same, two wings, same bird. All right? We can't trust them. All right? Let's go to the next video. Let's go to that. Read a little bit of that. Ariel,
I got
go
you.
ahead.
Study shows race is a substantial factor in wrongful convictions. According to a recent study of wrongful convictions, the number of people convicted of crimes who have been proved innocent has increased 70% in the last 5 years. An analysis of those cases revealed that race is a substantial factor in why people are wrongly convicted. The report, Race and Wrongful Convictions in the United States 2022, revealed the cases of 3,200 innocent defendants exonerated in the U.S. since 1989, and found that black Americans are 7 times more likely than white Americans to be falsely convicted of serious crimes.
So it says we are 7 times more likely to be convicted of a crime than white Americans. Right. Then it said 3,200. What did it say up there?
3,200, right there.
3,200 innocent defendants exonerated. 70% was blacks. All right, and then the other 30% was Hispanics. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Or probably even more than that. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And it's all a setup. You gotta ask yourself why are blacks the only ones being falsely accused? It's all a setup. We're gonna get a little bit deeper into that. Like we said earlier, the Most High judgment is like a ring. Just because the yokes come off don't mean we ain't enslaved. Right. The yokes, you might not see the physical yokes, but we still slaves today. And the mind of Esau is deep. They understood their system, so they set it up that way. We're going to get off into that, but keep reading. We're going to finish that out.
Go down.
Yeah, where you stop at?
I'll go up a little bit. This is true across all major crime categories except for white-collar crime, the report said.
White collar.
For homicides, the National Registry of Exonerations found the risk of a wrongful conviction in cases where the victim was white is nearly twice that of the cases where the victim was black.
So, all in all, we're seeing that we are falsely convicted, and way more than whites, way more than any other nation. What you got?
Just right here. This is going into one of your points that you had. The report reveals that racial disparities are most extreme in cases involving drug crimes. Black people are 19 times more likely to be wrongly convicted of a drug crime than white people, according to the report.
The things that make you say, okay, who put the drugs in our communities?
Check it out.
The white man.
Wasn't us.
Who put the guns in our communities?
The
white man. And it's all systematically set up. It's systematically set up.
Who started the war on drugs?
Who started the war on drugs? The white man. Okay. Who made cocaine less of an offense than crack?
Right.
The white man, because he understood that cocaine was majority in the white neighborhoods, and that crack was mainly in the black neighborhoods because we couldn't afford it.
Right.
The white man set it up like that. We gotta see these things, man. You can't fall into the trap.
Right.
Don't fall into the trap. It's a setup, bruh.
I'm sitting here thinking they put all these drugs in our community to destroy us mentally and also to put us in prison. The Lord says, if you roll a stone, it's going to come back upon you. Now you're starting to see this fentanyl crisis, this meth crisis that's in their community.
And they didn't started something that, like, oh, shoot, we didn't start something we can't stop. The fentanyl killing us now.
Right.
Well, now you getting judged by it.
Now they're trying to set up rehabilitation programs for them.
Esau is truly a cancer to this world. I'm telling you. Everything they do, it falls back on them.
And you know something else we didn't think about either? Can you type in the 13th Amendment?
Bring it out.
It's
collateral damage.
That's what we're going into. That's what we're going into.
It's in there, but
it's called collateral damage. When you trying to go out and come for us and you put all these snares and traps out there for our people, it's affecting your people because we right here next to you.
Right. But you in the spirit. You in the spirit. You wasn't even here, but this you catching our drift.
Oh, praise.
All right.
We can wait on it then. Let's wait on it.
No, you good. You good.
Bruh.
Just read that real quick. And
because it said black people was getting convicted at a higher rate than anybody else, right? Let's read this real quick.
The 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution abolished slavery in the United States and its territories, except as punishment for a crime.
Except as punishment for a crime. So we start putting things in place like the 3 strikes rule. We start pulling these people over for drugs, all these things we planted in their community. Now we got them right back into physical slavery.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And look, they set it all up. They even put 18-wheelers full of guns,
right?
Drugs. They bait trucks in our neighborhoods to set us up to go right back into slavery, physical slavery. All right. Go to the next video. And this is something else that they do.
It's crazy. You gotta think about it.
Actually, play the one after that, then come back to that one. What was you finna say?
I was about to say, like, we be going into the curses and people here, like, we was in the field, it was slavery, right? Esau, like you said, judgment's like a ring. They didn't change anything. When we came out of the fields for slavery, they started sharecropping. We can't no longer put you in yokes of iron and have you work, so we got to create something. Okay, the 13th Amendment. We could put you in prisons and have you make these license plates. Give you pennies on a dollar for the labor that goes on in these prisons. Nothing's changed at all.
And after sharecropping, you had Jim Crow. It was Jim Crow laws. So they can put you in jail for a petty crime. You could, because you're hungry, you can steal a muffin. Or you going to jail forever. You going to jail for some years.
Allegedly steal a backpack.
And you still doing the same free. There you go. They're still doing the same labor. The same labor. But it ain't stopped today. The same things are going on today. That's why we're locked up at a higher rate. They keeping you slaves. You blacks and Hispanics, wake up. And we're going to see this is something else that they do in our neighborhoods. Play that.
It's a little bit of weed.
Body camera footage obtained by The Intercept shows a Staten Island police officer apparently planting marijuana in a car during a traffic stop. The incident comes just a few weeks after a similar one, originally reported by the New York Times, in which the same cop was again caught by his body camera in the apparent act of planting marijuana in a car.
Yo, he placed something in my car, yo!
Alright, this was in the back seat on the floor. Said marijuana cigarette. It's wet.
Stop it right there. It said he got caught on multiple occasions planting marijuana on young black men.
So you said he didn't get fired the first time?
He didn't get fired the first time. Hell no. No, that law don't work like that. And if he did, they'd just send him to another precinct or whatever, move him around. That's all that happened.
The audacity.
The audacity.
Have your camera on. To have your camera on.
You ain't
do that.
Right.
No, he's not the only one.
That's what you call white privilege. You understand that thing. But he's planting these marijuana on these young brothers, all right? Getting them caught up, getting them strikes, getting them offenses. Eventually what? They'll get locked up. They'll go to prison. Be in them chains and shackles again. Right.
Or
you know what I'm saying?
Get a felony. Or you get a felony. And you can't get into housing. You can't get a job.
Right.
You can't travel outside the country.
These are the injustices that happen amongst our people. All right? Let's go to the next video. The next article.
Video shows Tallahassee police officer planting evidence during DUI arrest. Calvin Riley Sr.'s routine traffic stop becomes a legal nightmare. Video shows TPD officer Oliver pouring out a sealed bottle of liquor and tossing it in Riley's passenger seat before arresting him for a DUI.
And y'all know DUIs ain't no small thing.
Nope.
Right. DUIs is like, shoot, some jobs you can't get. You can't drive to your job. It's right below a felony damn near. You know what I'm saying? DUIs ain't nothing small, and they cost an arm and a leg to even try to get off of you.
That's one of the most expensive tickets you can get.
And a lot of us ain't got it like that. That's not a small thing to plant marijuana or a DUI on somebody. You eventually you will get locked up again. Right. Play that video. It's a video in there, I think. Yeah, just play the video.
Meet Calvin Riley. He's being stopped by the Tallahassee Police Department on South Monroe.
Hello, sir. I'm Officer Oliver with Tallahassee Police Department.
She'll plant evidence of an empty liquor bottle in Riley's car before arresting him for an alleged DUI. Riley's license is suspended, and officers decide to arrest Riley on a first offense for his suspended license.
Would you be willing to do some voluntary...
Hey, stop it real quick, because I got to say something. It says the man's license is suspended. I just want to put this out there, Israel. We got to, as ambassadors of Christ, we got to be blameless in all things. All right? That goes into driving around with the correct plates. Have your tags right. Have your license right. Don't be doing stuff because they looking. When they see certain things among, all they need to see is one thing, and they'll put another thing on you. You know what I'm saying? They gave them they opened the door to do certain things. So let's make sure we moving blameless as ambassadors of Christ. All right? Don't blame the ministry. All right? Keep playing.
First offense for his suspended license.
Would you be willing to do some voluntary field sobriety exercises?
Not really.
Okay.
He said,
Here,
not
go
really.
ahead and step out of the vehicle for us.
They didn't tell him the consequences of refusing that voluntary test.
Just go ahead and face the corner of the car for us. Your license is
After
suspended.
detaining Riley, they ask him if he smoked any marijuana.
Mr. Riley, I got a quick question for you. No problem. So I smell marijuana in your vehicle. Did you recently smell?
No. Once he's arrested for driving with a suspended license, they can search his car. Officer Oliver leaves the car, does a 360, and then goes back in the car, retrieving a sealed liquor bottle and pours it out.
So what they saw a full liquor bottle in his car, all right? They took the liquor bottle, poured out a little bit to make it like he did something, and then they planted it back in his car. All right? That goes back into what I was saying. Make sure we're walking blameless, all right? When I got liquor bottles, if I buy liquor, which it is legal to buy liquor, it don't have no open liquor bottles in your car at all, period. All right? I put mine in the trunk because just say you do get pulled over, all right? Esau looking to get you. They are. That's their mindset. Soon as they see that bottle, they open the door for everything else. We can't move like the white man can. All right. When they come to your car, you can't roll. You know how you see the videos? They had no. My rights is this, that, and the other. The scriptures say, "Agree with your adversary speedily." Let me get that real quick. Let me get that. Is it Matthew? We can't move like we seen all through the class. The laws don't pertain to us the way it pertains to Esau, all right? We are denizens in this country, okay? We're not citizens. We are denizens, okay? All right, so you can't roll the window down and say, "Oh, my rights is this, that,
Right.
and the other." You can't do that. What's gonna happen? They're gonna break the damn window on your ass.
Yeah.
All right? They're
Oh,
gonna
he's
pull you up
he's
out of the
testing
car.
me. He's
all right?
testing me.
He's testing me. All right. It don't work like that. That goes with everything. That goes with everything. But read that.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 25. Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him.
Right. So that goes back into the brother. He denied the search or whatever. Look, if you rolling right, you ain't riding dirty, search my car. You can do whatever you got to do. That's what we got to make sure we do, okay? Search my car, do what you got to. I ain't scared. You ain't going to find nothing. I'm moving right.
Yes,
all
sir,
right?
officer. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right?
Whatever you
My hands is on the wheel. Here's my license registration. We good, all right? Is there more on that?
Lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison.
And that's what's been happening to our people all this whole class that we going over. You going to get cast to the judge, and then it says what? Cast into prison.
Yes, sir.
All right? Because you know that jury going to be against your
Right.
black ass.
You know, a lot of our people be watching Esau on them YouTube videos talking about, I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
Right.
They think they sovereign.
Right.
Negro, you ain't sovereign.
Right. But it's a scripture, I believe it's in Sirach. It says, agree with a man that has the power to kill. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I butchered it. You know what I want?
Let me look for it real quick.
Yeah, but it says, agree with the man that has power to kill. These officers, we didn't seen it. Officer Zimran, you just brought it up.
Yeah.
They told this brother to grab his license and shot him after he went enriched for his license. All right? You got to move a certain way when dealing with these officers out here. All right? You got it?
This is.
We don't got to get it. We ain't got to get it, but agree with your adversary. Agree with your adversary speedily because there's law. Is that it?
Yeah, he got it.
Read that.
Sirach chapter 9 and verse 13. Keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill. So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently.
Look, and that's what's been happening. If it ain't gonna happen at the traffic stop, because a lot of brothers ain't got shot. Reaching for their license, things of that sort, is gonna happen in the court system. We've been seeing it all day. Khalif Browder, who else? My brother that was just on death row, he ended up getting a death sentence. All right, make sure you're moving right. All right, move blameless. Okay, all right. Let's go to the next because we got a little bit more time. I want to get through.
Legal scholar, Jim Crow still exists in America. Under Jim Crow laws, black Americans were relegated to a subordinate status for decades. Things like literacy tests for voters and laws designed to prevent blacks from serving on juries were commonplace in nearly a dozen southern states.
So this is going into the Jim Crow, okay? We explained earlier that Jim Crow was just law set up for blacks, after we were released from slavery during the sharecropping days that we would commit petty crimes and would get in prison for that thing. Right. You can steal a Coca-Cola or whatever, or be outside of curfew. We can be outside of curfew and you will get locked up for it. Back into the same prison system. Read that.
In her book, The New Jim Crow, Mass Incarceration in the Age of Colorblindness, legal scholar Michelle Alexander writes that many of the gains of the civil rights movement have been undermined by the mass incarceration of black Americans in the war on drugs.
So that's what we going into, all right, the war on drugs. It's a reason why they push it in our neighborhoods, okay? They push marijuana, coke, guns, violence, all guns and things of that sort in our neighborhoods to put us back in prison. It's all set up. It's all set up by Esau, and we're falling for the okie doke. All right. Is it more?
A little bit more.
Yeah.
She says that although Jim Crow laws are now off the books, millions of blacks arrested for minor crimes remain marginalized and disenfranchised, trapped by a criminal justice system that has forever branded them as felons and denied them basic rights and opportunities that would allow them to become productive, law-abiding citizens.
So that's what we've been going into, okay? Minor crimes. After Jim Crow ain't over. Right, it's not over. The same president that's president now, they call him Jim Crow Joe. Jim Crow Joe because what? He was pushing that 3 strikes.
Yep.
You get caught for 3 minor offenses, you're getting locked up. Right. You're getting life for having an ounce of marijuana. The marijuana you gave to us, all right? The coke you gave to us.
You legalized.
You legalized. And it's legal now. And it's, man, telling how many brothers is locked up to this day.
Yep.
On that 3 to this very day on that 3 strikes law, and now it's legal.
Right.
That's a damn slap in
Go
the
back
face.
to that scripture you pulled earlier about they hunt our steps because after you get that first strike, they own you.
They know
what type of car you drive. They know what area you be in, and they watching you to get them other 2 strikes.
Yep.
That's how it goes.
They own you. You on their radar, and they gonna get you. All right. So Jim Crow ain't over. We've been saying it. The Most High's judgment is like a ring. They happen over and over in different forms. You know, I love going through history and just showing how we still under these curses. Okay. Hey, do something for me. Go to Wiki, put in prison forms. Prison forms.
Down south.
Yeah, prison form. Damn, I got a accent. He put forms.
Forum.
Farms.
Farms.
That you old McDonald.
Pronounce it farm.
Farms.
Ain't no way, boy.
A farm.
A prison farm is a correctional facility where incarcerated people are forced to work on a farm, usually for manual labor.
So they still got these prison farms today. To this very day. Go to the Wikipedia page. We don't even know these type of things, man. We think some prison, you just go in there, you hit some weights, whatever. No, they still got prison farms to this day. Right. Go all the way down to the bottom.
To this day.
And our brothers getting caught up on these petty crimes, they slaves to the, look, go up. 13th Amendment. They set this up. Yeah. We're going to put the 13th Amendment in place. You go to jail for petty crimes, and then we're going to send their ass back to the prison farm.
Right.
To this day.
Slavery.
What you got?
It says black codes, which were laws that explicitly applied to African Americans and subjected them to criminal prosecution for minor offenses like breaking curfew, littering, and not carrying proof of employment.
Small crimes, bro.
That sounds like where your card is in the slavery days.
Yeah.
Where
your slave card.
What they call them, the pass where you had the
slave pass. Where your papers at? Where your papers at? Same thing.
And that loitering is just gathering together.
Yeah.
A gathering.
Yeah.
It's
too many niggas over there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Lock
they
him up.
Do that today.
They
That's
do
what
that today.
Karens do today.
Yep, they do that today. Hey, they do it in the hood today. Yeah. Too many Negroes around the liquor store standing. That paddy wagon's coming, and they gonna slap. They gonna plant something on you. Something gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right. That's why it says don't follow a multitude. You don't stand out in front of the liquor stores. Ain't no good coming up out of that thing. All right. But go down, all the way down. Okay. So look, Alabama. Draper Correctional. These are facilities still open to this day. You got them in Alaska, Arkansas. Keep going. All the way down. I can read. Just California got a gang of them. Colorado got a gang of them. And what? Read over. Go over. Stop right there. Let's just say Colorado. You get farming, goats, water buffalo. This prison, citrus, your oranges. Yep. This one in Florida, your beef, your cattle. They getting free labor.
Yeah, that's slavery.
That's the same story. That's slavery.
Yeah. Right.
It's slavery. And it's all from the setup of their unjust laws against blacks. The same. Go ahead.
Psalms 38.
He's like, man, I got something on my chest, man.
Scroll down a little bit. I want to see something. Keep going. Go up. I want to see if Missouri got one. Nah, Missouri ain't got one. Get Psalms 38 and 12 real quick. Because like you saying, officer, like we keep saying, the point we brought out about them planting the alcohol, them planting the drugs on us, them planting these little petty charges on us to get us in here for us to now produce free labor. Right. And all this stuff is prevalent in America today. The beef, the what's it say? Farming, hay production,
All of that.
all that's
All of that.
prevalent today in America, and they're getting free labor off of it.
Free labor, yeah.
Psalms 38 and 12.
Psalms chapter 38 and verse 12. They also that seek after my life lay snares for me.
The snares is the traps. Going back into those traps again. They plant that weed in your car, the empty alcohol bottle in your car, or they put the bait cars in your neighborhood.
Yep.
Leave the doors wide open. Leave the car on the street. All these are snares for your life, because just like Khalif Browder, he allegedly stole a backpack and was in jail for 3 years. So read.
And they that seek my hurt speak mischievous things.
And they will stand on that lie that they told against you. He was driving, he was drunk. He was driving and he was they was over there fighting because it was a gang of them, so they was fighting, they was arguing, they was speaking loud. These are the mischievous things, read.
Mm-hmm. And imagine deceits all the day long.
They imagine deceit against us all the day long. Mm-hmm. So you seeing these cops going out here, the empty bottles, the planting the drugs on you, saying that you're raping women, saying that you committed a murder. Marcellus Williams saying that you killed that white woman. These are the deceits against you all the day long, and they benefit off of it because there's a conviction on the books. And that murder solved. That we get the kudos from it. They're gonna vote us back into office again the next year.
Yes, this is proof that the majority of the police are slave catchers and the KKK. That's who they are.
They the taskmasters of the day. That's all they are. You right on point, officer. You on point. But yeah, man, they getting all their agriculture and vegetables from free labor to this day. Over here in America and with our brothers, these curses follow us all over. We think we free in America.
Yeah.
We ain't free over here in America. we ain't free over here. All right, we still on the plantations today. We ain't even know that. Nope. But keep going. All right, we got to get through this. We ain't gonna get all the way through it. It is what it is. But what we got next? I just want to shed some light on what's going on with our brothers today. What's this? Nah, we done with that. What's that?
Rodney King.
Y'all remember Rodney King? Rodney King was one of the first ones where it was caught on tape.
Can we all just get along?
You talking about Kendrick Johnson?
Yeah. I want to get Mike Brown and then Kendrick Johnson just showing. We can't forget these things, man. Right. The list goes on and on and on. Like with the what was the class? Bishop just played the class, and you don't even realize the name. It's over 300 names in the last 20 years. Yep. 20 years just by police that have been killing us. Right. Mm-hmm. Just by police, and a lot of them ain't even been put out there on the media like that. Right. But you know what it is? 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Yep.
Cardi B was having sex while she was pregnant. We knew she was a whore.
Yeah, Will Smith's entanglement.
Yeah, the Chiefs, man, Israel. It's bigger things going on, man. Mm-hmm. We are being destroyed by the heathen. Right. We are being shot down in the street. We got drugs in our neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. We don't care about the Chiefs, bro. We don't care about Cardi B. We don't care about Diddy, man. I'm done talking about that. Mm-hmm. Let's remember what happened to our brothers and fix the problem, fix the reasons why these things happen. So let's just talk about the brother Mike Brown real quick. Read that.
A decade after Mike Brown's death, his family still calls for justice as progress toward ending police killings remains slow.
So, Mike, it's been 10 years, bro. 10 years. This year, it marks the decade of Mike. It seemed like that was just yesterday, man. I'm from St. Louis. I saw this. I saw the riots and all of that behind this thing. Rioting ain't gonna do nothing. Mm-hmm. You're destroying your own communities. All right, that's not the answer. You need to come back to God's laws. All right.
And
go ahead.
Officer, remember, we was just talking about voting, right?
Mm-hmm.
All this happened during Obama.
All
he could say was that could have been my son.
Yep. And everybody thought he was the new Messiah.
The Messiah.
You know what I'm saying? Moses. Nah. Voting's not going to get us anywhere. All right. Keep reading. Go on down. So this is Mike Brown. But no, we ain't got to read that. We'll just touch on what it says. They're still trying to find justice. All right, that goes back into us looking for vain help. All right, we not gonna get justice,
and that's crazy in itself. You know who the killer is.
Yeah.
You know what he did, and you still can't get.
You
justice.
know, the brother was unarmed.
Right.
He didn't have a gun. They tried to slander his name. Said he stole from that another petty crime. And say he did do it, but did that mean warrant a death?
No.
Getting shot in the head. Hold up, you gotta go back. You gotta go back. Go back. And the death that he got was excruciating. It was terrible what they did to this dude. It says he was on the ground for hours.
Left his body out there.
Hours.
In the heat.
In the heat.
Yeah, we ain't got to, but we know the details. The police officers shot this man. Kids getting out of school seeing a dead body in their neighborhood. Walking home from school, see this dead body, and that's a trauma. That's a trauma. Another trauma on our people.
It was a warning.
Yeah,
that's a warning.
That's to put fear in us.
It say his organs boiled on that pavement. Because they say he stole something from and Darren Williams, whoever, I'm going to say it now, I think it's Darren Wilson. I'm going to say it. That case, it ain't closed. Right. Need to reopen it. The brother living his life now.
He got paid.
He got paid. He's a millionaire now. It's crazy. That's crazy. All right, let's go to the next video.
George Zimmerman.
You got this. George Zimmerman was another one.
Said he sold the gun that he shot Trayvon Martin with for $250,000.
Was signing Skittles and all that.
Play that real quick. This is our sister Sonia Macy. We know what just happened. We gonna keep talking about this. We ain't gonna forget. That's the class. Injustice in Israel. Never forget. Play that.
We don't need a fire while we're here. Right.
This is another sister that had mental illness. Another mental illness. Let me play.
Away from your hot steaming water. Away from my hot steaming water? Yeah. Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. God, I swear to God, I'll straight
Look.
face. Okay, I'm sorry. Drop the pot. Drop the pot.
That's a hatred that they got for us. We read that earlier. He had his gun on his hip. She ain't even did nothing. Shot the sister in cold blood. These officers, they gonna get off for that. All right.
I got something to say to Esau. Man.
Go ahead.
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Yes. We ain't gonna. But this is our brother Kendrick Johnson.
Yep.
All right. We don't got time, but Kendrick Johnson, that's another young brother that got put to death. Comes to find out, it was foul play in that. It was foul play in that thing. The white boys that killed this brother, that put this brother to death. What was it over?
I forgot. Somebody said it was over a girl.
Over a girl?
Put the picture back up. So this is the young dude right here that they said did it, and his father's an FBI agent. So this article, just to be brief, this article is talking about how they suffered trauma after what happened to Kendrick Johnson. So they were looking for funds. So they were receiving funds for what all the allegations against him. But his father, in the notes, they said his father was able to go in and now take some of the footage from the gym. So they don't have footage of what happened in the gym. It just miraculously disappeared. You know
and his father was an FBI.
His father's an FBI
His father,
agent.
that's the government again. The injustice in our government. This little brother, we need justice for what happened to this young brother.
Yes.
This brother was killed in cold blood. All right. Show the next picture. What's the difference?
Damn.
This is Emmett Till. This was in the 60s, something like that? In the 60s. This was 2013. Most High's judgment is like a ring, all right? It's no different. These things are going to continue to happen to us until we find out who we are, the gods of this earth. We are the children of Israel, and we got to come back to our God. I'm going to keep saying it.
It's crazy work, bro.
It's crazy work.
They said he tried to climb there to get some sneakers out. How did his face get like that?
Come on.
Right.
And then just for them to even tell you that shows you how they think of they think of you. You stupid enough to believe that.
Right.
And
It's
his
a slap in the
organs were
face.
missing. His organs was missing.
Yep.
This
It's
ain't
crazy.
even all of it. They didn't show what his back looked like. There's no way his back looked like that and he died from suffocation. That's what they told us at first. He died from suffocation from calling in a mat.
Yes, sir.
Makes no sense.
Yes, sir. But let me get one more scripture. Let me get Isaiah 49, 6 and 6. Isaiah 49 and 6. We can't forget Israel. We cannot forget. We gotta remember these injustices that happen against us. Stand up for them, and ultimately keep the laws. All right. Ultimately keep the laws. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 6. And he said, "It is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob."
So it's a light thing for us to be the servants of the Most High God. All right, the true, the black Messiah, the one true God. All right, read.
And to restore the preserved of Israel.
We got to restore our people. Go to the streets. Go to the corners. Prophesy. Give the solution. Show the people who they are. We got to restore our people. Like my officer said, it's up to us to get it right. We got to gather together. It ain't nothing we can't fix in our own communities. Right. You ain't got to vote for no politician. You ain't got to vote for no Kamala. You got to come back to these laws and fix your own problems. Right. That's what you got to do. That's the only thing we got to do. Keep reading.
I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth.
So that's what we got to do. Let me get Psalms 94. Psalms 94, I think it's 16. We have to stand up for this thing. We got to gather together.
Psalms chapter 94 and verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Who's going to rise up for the evil? The evil that's in our communities. The heathens that's coming against us. We are. Us here on this panel, we rising up. We going to the blitzes. Right. We protesting it. We prophesying against that thing. Right. But we don't just, it's more than just us. We need more men, more women to come in. Rise up against the evil. Not just the other nations, the evil in our communities as well. Right. All right, keep reading.
Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
Is that it?
Yes.
So we got to rise up. We have to stand up. We the only ones that can fix the problems in our neighborhoods, in our communities. It's on us. All right? So that's all I got. Y'all got anything? Y'all good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all all good. All praises, man. Hey, look, like I said earlier, we can't forget. We right after DOA. Right after DOA, we got a 900 credit score. Hey, look, get your minds right. Don't use all your credit. All right, keep your credit at keep it at 750. All right, keep your credit with the Most High 750 all year. All right, what you gonna sacrifice? What you gonna sacrifice? All right,
repent daily, Israel.
Daily, repent daily. Okay, so that's our class for today. That's our show. All praises to the Most High. Praises. We can't forget that thing. We got a little bit more. We got a survey. Got a survey. How did IT do?
Ain't do too bad.
We was stressed in today, man. We ain't have a reader. We had a reader and commentator. You know what I'm saying? Jair, he was up today. All praises. All praises, man.
Tyrone wasn't in the chat.
Tyrone wasn't in the chat. We did good, man. We did good. All right, what we got next? Donations. Hey, we need new mics. You know what I'm saying? Where's that?
On your left side.
Oh, yeah, we got that, too.
It ain't on the screen yet.
It ain't on the screen. All right, so donate to Sons of the Seers, man. If you like what's coming out, we bringing you that the real news.
Yep.
Raw, all right?
Like, subscribe, and share.
You ain't said that in a while, man. We just been going, man.
I've been going, bro.
We just been going. Go ahead, say it.
Yeah, hey, listen. We at 16K right now. Help us get that thing up even higher, bro. Help us get to 17K, all right? Subscribe, like all our channels.
Yes. 17K, man. Man, we over 100 shows, bro.
Yeah.
101 right now,
yes,
bro.
sir.
We started from the bottom.
Now we here.
All praises. We got anything else? All right.
Hey, if y'all want to... Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Make sure y'all get them shirts, man. Get them shirts.
So fly.
Perfect tabernacling shirt.
Get you one today.
You can still get it in the Mr. Tabernacles. We ship 3 days.
That's right.
Only 40.
All right, $40. Send it to the IUIC Kansas City PayPal. Put in the notes, your size, your amount. in quantity, all right?
And where are we shipping it to?
And where you shipping it to, all right? Where you shipping it to. All right, that's it, y'all. That's it. That's all I got. Hey, look, we are Sands of the Seers. We appreciate y'all. Tune in to us again next week, 12:30.
And get ready for Feast of Tabernacles, baby.
Yes, sir. Tabernacle, baby. Hey, we got something special for y'all. Tune in to us next week.
Yes, sir.
We doing Tabernacle special. Lord's willing, cap is in 100%. All right. Benaya, Officer Benaya, take your Benadryl. All right. All right. With that, we say shalom.
Oh, me, my homie.
Yeah, yeah. Dream team on the scene. No stress. No stress. This is for my soldiers, this is for the realest. You ain't stressing about nothing, know what the deal is. Know how to roll with the punches, not in your feelings. And we gon' elevate cause we ain't got no ceiling. Let them know. Hey, show me if you real. There's niggas faker than $1,000 bill. How you a soldier, you ain't never in the field. Twitter fingers, they just always wanna hate on me. Hey, show me if you real. There's niggas